great day for the Wolfpack.
And just a hint of bodily functions.
Deviled eggs. Not only do I love the taste, but I know I'm going to hotbox the missus.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, good morning, everybody. 6 a.m. listeners, the best of the bunch here on The Fan, bar none. Thank you for tuning in bright and early. Good morning to Brandon Stokley.
Good morning, Mike Evans.
Not a very good start for you.
No, not a very good start
Hope
for
this
me.
is not a omen, harbinger of things to come.
Well, we got 4 quarters, and I had my first possession didn't go very well. Had a turnover.
Bumbled.
Coffee.
Dropped the coffee.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have any food or drink in here anyway.
Yeah, well, you shatter that rule, Fluids.
And so you probably shouldn't be, putting all my business out on the street.
Hey, well,
because
in this case,
coffee,
it was kind of funny.
Yeah, to you. I had my coffee cup because I got 2, thermoses with the lid on, and so I could spill that. It's fine. But my Starbucks cup, I got a little bit left in it, and I went to do something, knocked it right over, all on me.
Yeah.
All on me. So a little bit on the chair.
Did you get the Lululemons wet?
Yes. Shorts and shirt.
Oh, no.
Yep. So that's the way I'm starting my day, with a turnover. You don't want to start with a turnover and you're on the first play of the game like Geno Smith.
Yeah.
I'm like Geno Smith of the radio.
The guy is drunk.
But you cleaned up fast. So
Interception.
proof you are not a mistake repeater.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
I still have 4 quarters
that's
left.
That's true. Long way to go. Long way to go.
Hopefully that's my only turnover of the day.
Yeah, it was strange. I mean, normally, you're Brandon Stokley. Normally you're so sure-handed.
Orton bumps again to the sideline. Batted up. Oh, God! Stokley down the sideline. Can they catch him? Stokley! Wow! Touchdown! Denver! Unbelievable!
I used to have good awareness.
Stokley. Can they catch him?
Come on.
Please.
What kind of question is that?
Game speed.
They had Stokley.
Yeah, not a good way to start, though. Like, you got coffee, so I probably smell like coffee, right?
I mean,
Coffee
coffee doesn't really put out much of a
Okay. All right.
smell.
All right.
you know.
Just not a, just, like
It's
a little.
weird start.
Yeah.
Very unlike you. Very unlike
I'll bounce
you.
back.
You'll bounce back.
Yeah.
You'll bounce back. Hopefully the Broncos bounce back after losing a heartbreaker the other day. It is a Bronco Leftover Tuesday where we just give you a chance to bring up stuff that maybe slipped through the cracks yesterday that didn't get talked about as much, that you made a note of after watching the game, maybe rewatching the game. But share those with us on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043.
Are you feeling any different today than you did yesterday or after the game on Sunday?
No, this one still stings. This one's going to take a little while. Probably by tomorrow's show, I'll be ready to turn the page, get excited about the Chargers. Chargers won yesterday. Look solid in doing so. They're off to a 2-0 start. So I think right away, early this season, we have kind of a gut check game coming up on Sunday for the Broncos. They're playing a division opponent that swept them last year, a division opponent that's off to a 2-0 start, and coming off a heartbreaking loss. I think we'll learn a lot about this football team this week.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Mike. I mean, this is their 3rd division game in a row. The Chargers start with 3 division games. Do you know that?
Yeah.
That's
2-0 in the division already.
That's wild.
Nice
so
start.
that just tells you, and they got this one at home, that if they win this one, they're 3-0 to start the season, and they are up on everyone by probably at least 2 games, probably 2.5 games. After 3.
Yeah, counting tiebreakers, sure. Yeah.
So
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
Yeah, Mark's very happy.
He's thrilled that they're getting off to this good of a start. So big game, obviously, for the division coming up this week. 3rd game of the year. I don't know if I've ever heard of someone playing 3 straight division games to start the season.
Yeah, that is unique, isn't it? Well, Sean Payton yesterday, with the benefit of looking back on it, admitted that he made the wrong call with how the Broncos tried to attack that final field goal attempt.
We had a certain field goal block in the event of a game-ending field goal, much like the PAT where Justin Simmons jumps cleanly and blocks the PAT in New Orleans. But that's on me in that situation. And look, it's not on Darren. It's not on Tillman. With a 60-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, and then he acknowledged that the refs got it right.
The alignment got wrong, and the call was correct. As a defensive line, you can push down on the back of the center and offensive lineman. You can push down on the back, specifically if you're going to go internally on the guard. You can push down. You can't push to jump. So a common block would be to push down with one player and then to clear jump with another.
So he admitted that he was too aggressive on that final block, basically admitting, hey, on a 60-yarder with a guy who maybe only had attempted, well, not maybe, had only attempted 9 field goals in his NFL career, granted, had made all 9, but that they should have probably just, hey, go ahead. We dare you. Go make the kick. We'll give it to you.
I mean, you want to try to rush it, though. You don't want to just say, what if he kicks it low? I mean, you still want to try to block it, don't you? You want to give some effort to try to block it. I don't want to just say, here, it's a long field goal. Here's a freebie. We're not going to rush you because we don't want to get a leverage penalty. I think Sean's falling on the sword here, which he should do as the head coach. But I'm like you, Mike. You said it well yesterday. That play should not have been called. Like, by the letter of the law, I get it, but at that time of the game, with what that looked like, and I watched some of the other extra points. I watched that Will Lutz one that you said to watch at the end of the game, the one that he missed. Is that not leverage that guy did?
Looked like it.
And Sean was talking about you can have another player grab the guard and hold the guard down while another player tries to jump. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't happen here. But I see guys all the time that pull a guy down and then jump up and then they land on a guy. But it doesn't get called. But all of a sudden you're going to call this one with no time left or whatever it was and a 60-yarder. That just, you can't pick and choose when you call these things. That's the problem here. It happens a lot, and you don't call it until the very, very end. That's not right. That's not right. So call it all the time if you're going to call it. If not, then don't all of a sudden try to become the star of the damn show and break it out and at the end of a football game on a play that can determine who wins or loses.
Okay, we're off and rolling. We'll get to some of your leftover takes from Sunday. Also, we'll check in on CU and Deion Sanders and ask the question, is the honeymoon over in Boulder? That's next.
Is it time to push the panic button up in Boulder?
They don't have an identity on offense. They don't have an identity on defense. And when you're a team that lacks a complete identity,
they're in trouble.
You're in trouble. Feels like a 4 or 5 win team.
Yep.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, Stoke here, fellas, for my friends at family-owned Embers Living, a retail company based right here in Denver. Guess what? Football season is here, and man, I am loving it. And if you want to win the tailgate this year or just be the king of your block, Embers Living has you covered with their top-of-the-line Yoder pellet smokers. They have them in stock right now, and these are hard to find. Forget your neighbor's burnt burgers. You're bringing the flavor this season. Head to Embers Living today and gear up with the best. Whether you're rooting for your favorite college team or watching the pros on Sunday, they got the perfect smoker to match your grilling game. From standalone grills to built-in setups, pizza ovens, and so much more. Embers Living is your one-stop shop for the ultimate outdoor cooking experience. And oh, by the way, winter's right around the corner. And if you're looking to upgrade that fireplace or get a new fireplace, they got some great options. The marquee brand fireplaces are awesome. From classic and clean to modern and sleek, you'll love the endless possibilities you can create. So whether you're looking for indoor or outdoor, my friends at Embers Living, they got you covered. All you got to do is go visit embersliving.com. That's embersliving.com. And don't forget, make your tailgate the envy of your neighborhood. Embers Living, where your perfect tailgate begins.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. And the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Okay, Michael. Any other questions about your Select Health insurance?
How much time do you have?
I have exactly as much time as you need.
Wonderful, because I have exactly 112 more questions.
112.
112.
112 it is. Let's do this.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
No parades, no confetti, just quiet wins that changed everything.
Real people, real results. Soda weight loss works. Just ask Ramon.
Tying my shoes without grunting, taking stairs without gasping, running around with my kids without needing a break. That's what soda gave me. In 16 weeks, I dropped 82 pounds.
Let that sink in. He lost 82 pounds. That's amazing.
Think about all that weight lifted off your bones. I owe my life to soda. That's not hyperbole. With soda, you don't feel alone. You get your own nutritionist guiding you every step along the way.
What are you waiting for? Just imagine your friends and family's reactions when you show up at holiday parties 30, 40, 50 pounds lighter. Get started now for the best season of your life with our partner program. Because when you join now, your partner joins for free.
Go to sodaweightloss.com. SOTA stands for state of the art. SodaWeightLoss.com. SodaWeightLoss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
They say there's no such thing as a free lunch. But not true, I say. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040. And I'm here to tell you about the best, absolute best free meal in all of Denver. Times are tight right now. You go to the grocery store, things are insane. So we all could use a little bit of help. No questions asked. Anybody that needs it can come by every first and third Thursday. Here's how it works. You pull up, you pop your trunk. They put free groceries for the week in your trunk, and they say, how many hot meals do you need? We pass those to you right through your window, and this is good stuff. This is not soup kitchen stuff. I smoke these meats personally. Delicious pulled pork. I got my special secret Chipotle chicken recipe. It is fantastic. Please help us spread the word. anybody that needs it. Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road every first and third Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me personally. It's Dan Jacobs at 303-LAW-4040.
Winter and the holidays will be here before you know it. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the Colorado snow flies. Enjoy low-interest financing for 15 years, often better than your bank, with no prepayment penalty. Stay warm, boost your home's value, and pay less each month. Prices go up every year, so lock in your free quote today. Host the next game day party at your house. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver.
Hour, our 9 News Bronco insider will pepper him with questions, get his expert analysis and insight and information. Meanwhile, getting your Bronco Colts leftovers, things that maybe slipped through the cracks yesterday in talking about the game that you want to bring to our attention. You, of course, can watch us on our YouTube channel. And Jason weighing in another day. Good morning, Broncos country. Another day removed from that horrific loss, and I'm still upset. Well, that's okay. Wear it for a while, and then turn the page, move on. Just remember, only winners wash.
No shower.
Winners get washed.
Only winners wash. No showers.
No,
only
I mean,
winners.
You know, when you just feel like you give away a game, those are tough to bounce back from. Because at the end of the year, you know it's going to come down to 1 or 2 games. Whether you get into the playoffs or not. Whether you have a winning record or don't. It's going to come down to, you know, a game here or there. And we're going to look back and say, oh, that week 2 game. If we'd have just won that, we'd be in the playoffs right now. We wouldn't have to worry about winning the last week of the season. Something like that. That's just the way it works. But as a player and as a coach, yesterday, it's over. You watched the film. You made your corrections. And now you have a day off today, and you turn the page, and you got to get ready to go against the Chargers because that's a huge game. So every game is big in this league. And this one probably is more important than last week's.
On the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Guys, the NFL is flat out over-officiated. It's like the overzealous cop who gives you a ticket for not coming to a complete stop at a stop sign in the middle of nowhere with no one around. Technically illegal? Yeah. Relevant? No. The NFL just doesn't understand that fans want to watch amazing players making amazing plays. They don't want to watch middle-aged officials over-influencing games. 100%.
That's true. You know, I was watching the game last night, the first game, and there was a couple calls in that one where they're calling illegal contact, and it's, wait, what? You're calling illegal contact on that? Do they not understand there's going to be some contact? It's football. So it really is becoming ridiculous how many flags we see for ticky-tack stuff that just change the game. I don't know if you saw the Travis Hunter play against Cincinnati on a fourth down call, that if the ref doesn't throw the flag for defensive pass interference, guess what? The Jags win. They win the game. And is there a little bit of hand fighting? Sure. But everything else was textbook. Turned his head, knocked the ball down. The ref still threw the flag. So they are. It's way, way, way too much.
Travis, listening to us in Texas. Guys, I still can't believe we paid Courtland Sutton. He looks so pedestrian.
Whoa. Are we going there already?
1 catch for 6 yards.
Damn.
First game, 6 catches, 61 yards, a touchdown.
Yeah, he played pretty good in that game. We're 2 games in, and we're complaining about Courtland. Of all people, Courtland Sutton?
I think he's a bum.
Whoa, hey, Ty. Ty coming down from the top rope. That
Do you
was
remember
from,
last year
that
when
was from Ty now,
Yeah.
everybody. Sometimes I need to let people know.
Do
Ty,
you-
Ty gets his own opinions in somehow,
That's
some
right.
way. There you go.
Do you remember last year against the Saints when he had no catches on 0 targets? Still had a really good year. He's our best receiver.
But I'm glad you said that because he's our number one, but he's not a number one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And
I
maybe games like Sundays, because if you're a true number one NFL receiver, I don't think you're going 1 for 6.
Well, sometimes the game just works out that way. I don't know, usually not, but, I think he's not a top tier number 1 wide receiver, but I would qualify him as a number 1 wide receiver. And he's certainly the best one that we have. Now we have some other guys that are coming along that I'm really enjoying watching, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But when your offense is just trying to still figure out things, and this is why I told you when we were doing the Evan Ingram stuff, the Evan Ingram's numbers, and you're like, well, it's got to be 70 catches. That's only 4 catches a game. He's got to be able to get 4 catches a game. I'm like, Mike, it just doesn't work out that way. Remember that conversation? You probably don't. Right?
No, I do.
Nerd stuff.
No, I do.
Okay.
I do.
And so I try to, educate you on that. Hey, he's going to have some games where he has, 1 catch or no catches. So let's just see how it plays out the rest of the year. But certainly Courtland Sutton isn't the problem.
We were mostly focused on the Broncos yesterday. Didn't get a chance to talk a whole lot of college football. CU and Deion Sanders losing, getting handled quite easily on the road at Houston to drop to 1-2.
I feel as though we have the players with the ability to be physical and run the darn football. But we started off in the TFL, I think, on the first or second play of the darn game. Like, you can't start out like that with a guy blitzing in the backside and catching you or hitting you in the mouth with it. We can't do those type of things. We prepare too much to understand what the opposition is doing. It's not like it surprises. You know what's coming. We just got to make the plays.
Very sober, quiet, humbled sounding Deion right there. No bravado. No swagger, no cockiness. Maybe the realization settling in that, could be staring at a 4 or 5 win season this year.
Yeah, it's not a good start. Well, I kind of, you look at this offense and the lack of the ability to run the football. I kind of go back to when Deion hired Pat Shurmur. He hired Pat Shurmur to be the offensive coordinator. Why did he hire Pat Shurmur, do you think?
To provide a former NFL play caller for Shedeur.
Ding, 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 ding. Right, NFL style. It's just not working in college. It's not working. So maybe you did it to help your son develop to be an NFL quarterback, but it's not helping your program. And something's got to change. So that just hasn't worked out at all.
Coming up, more Bronco Colts leftovers. Also, we'll hear from Zach Allen, who will answer the question, why didn't the Broncos' vaunted pass rush get home against Daniel Jones and the Colts? That's next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Well, tailgates, football watch parties, or just to enjoy your favorite snacks, everything tastes better teamed up with Daisy Dips, French onion and ranch. They're my go-to dips because they taste delicious, but also because they're made the right way. Daisy French onion and Daisy onion dips made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. Of course, it's Daisy. Been in business for over a century. No one better when it comes to making your football spread a hit. Look for Daisy French onion and Daisy ranch dips at a grocery store near you.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis here to tell you about my friends at Colorado Credit Union. Great plays start with a solid game plan, and the same goes for home ownership. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or tapping into your home's equity, Colorado Credit Union has the mortgage and home equity options to fit your needs. Ready to make your next big move? Visit ccu.org to learn how Colorado Credit Union can help. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Guys, this sports season, it's game on. It's Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got a winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events. Female patients also eligible. For more information, visit TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Auto theft in Colorado remains prevalent. Stop auto theft and subsequent crimes by locking your car and taking your keys every time. Learn more at lockdownyourcar.org.
Job shaming.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course they
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
One thing that certainly stood out, I think surprised all of us, the Broncos' vaunted pass rush never got home against Daniel Jones. Just one sack. That came from Justin Sternad. Nothing from Nick Bonito, nothing from Jonathan Cooper, nothing from Zach Allen, nothing from Jonah Ellis. Just one lonely sack. Zach Allen asked yesterday, why didn't that pass rush get home?
Ball was out quick. I made throws, and I'm not worried about the pass rush. I think obviously week one was special with 6 sacks, but, I would love for it to be like that every week, but that's just not the case. But I think when you watch the film, there are some guys are still rushing well. It's just ball out quick, stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that go into sacks, and we'll be fine.
We'll be fine, he says. Nothing to see here.
Okay.
You share that same confidence?
I mean, I like the group. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to put up 6 sacks every week, right? I mean, that's just not possible. And it doesn't always come down to sacks for me. I want to see pressure. I want to see hitting the quarterback a lot. And that just wasn't the case. So you just didn't see a lot of chaos around Daniel Jones. Didn't feel like it anyway. And so, yeah, but some games you might not get a sack, and like I said, to me, it's not just about sacks, but what I didn't see a lot was, after he released the ball, him getting hit. So that was one of the more disappointing things I think of that football game is it just felt like their offensive line controlled our defensive line in the passing game and the running game.
Well, Allen said you got to give some credit to the Colts.
They're a hell of a team. I mean, I know whatever they say about Daniel Jones, the guy's won a playoff game in this league. He was a 6th overall pick. You could tell they're really, really well coached, and they got a lot of weapons, and they've invested a lot in the offensive line. So, yeah, I mean, you kind of add like a combination of all that together. They had a really good game plan. They executed, and, yeah, he was great with it. I mean, he really didn't double pat that ball at all. So give credit where credit's due. And
yeah, but come on. We are still talking about Daniel Jones, who was a bust with the Giants. And I get that quarterback rehab can happen. Take a look at a guy like Sam Darnold, but this is just 2 starts for Daniel Jones. And already he's looking like he's looking. This was a guy in a quarterback-starved league. Anybody could have brought him in, and he got a 1-year deal at chump change for like $14 million. So let's not put him on too high of a pedestal just yet.
It's a good start though.
You didn't get sliced and diced by Josh Allen the other day.
Yeah, but it's a good start. And the guy has been he's made plays in the league, so it's not like he's never made plays. Zach Allen said it. I mean, he's brought a team to the playoffs, the Giants to the playoffs, and so. We saw it with Sam Darnold last year. We've seen it with Geno Smith, with Baker Mayfield. Guys, if you get in the right system with the right coaching staff, with the right players around you, sometimes you can all of a sudden go from a bust to a good, serviceable quarterback. And will that be Daniel Jones or not? We'll see. But so far, so good for the Colts and for Daniel Jones.
Zach Allen, how do you move on from a heartbreaking loss like that one?
Yeah, no, I mean, we got a good group. I mean, last year, we had a couple tough losses. You saw we bounced back and won those games after. So it's a mature group. And, yeah, guys handled it the right way today. So, we're on to the Chargers now. And, we saw the mistakes and corrected them.
Okay. You football guys are telling me and others that, come on, it's 17 games. The first month of the season's all about kind of working out the kinks, almost like an extended version of preseason. All right. Well, we're in game 3 now coming up. Need to start seeing some real progress.
Yeah, well, that's why that one really hurt, because if you can just figure out a way to get a W as you're trying to improve early in the season and figure a lot of things out like a lot of teams are, that's really all you're trying to do. So that's why that one hurt so much. But This one is a new challenge. It's a bigger game than last week. It's a division game against the Chargers, a team that's trying to go 3-0 in the division after 3 weeks and have a huge lead if they're able to do that. So a big game on the road, another tough test. Obviously, the Chargers are on a short week, which is good for the Broncos because they played last night, but they are at home, and they're playing good right now. They're a confident group.
Mike Kliss joins us coming up in about 10 minutes, getting your Bronco leftovers. Here we go on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. You guys are contradicting each other. Evans, you're saying call it differently at the end of the game, trying to block the field goal. Stoke, you're saying call it the same regardless, but yet you both say you agree with the other. So really you just want it to be in the Broncos' favor all the time, and I'm fine with that. All right, what is your official stance on – so you believe Sean was kind of falling on the sword for his players.
And for everyone.
That what? He liked the call. He believed in the call. It just wasn't executed
right. He doesn't,
properly.
Yeah, he doesn't want to throw his special teams coach under the bus. He doesn't want to throw his player under the bus. So he's saying, hey, that's on me. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. That's what a leader does. That's what the captain of the ship does, right, in that moment?
So he did not feel – so if you hooked him up to a lie detector machine, he did not think that the call was too aggressive. He's just saying that for the benefit of
it might have been someone else.
Coaches.
It might have been someone else making that call in that moment. The special teams coach. He's the one that's making the decision on how to rush and stuff like that. And I don't think Sean is making that call.
Well, here's a more detailed explanation.
But wait.
I'm sorry.
No, I think Sean has fallen on the sword, but I agree with you. What you said yesterday, I thought was spot on. I've said it like 10 times the last 2 days. The game should be called in certain situations a little bit different at the end of the game than maybe the first 3 quarters. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We agree on that. And especially late on a play like that. It's like a Hail Mary. We're not going to see a pass interference call. You got to let guys play a little bit more when it gets later in a football game.
Well, that we don't disagree. I'm talking about the play that they called for a 60-yard field goal attempt. Sean said yesterday in hindsight, it was too aggressive of a call for a 60-yard field goal. If you think it's a chip shot field goal to win a field goal, to win a game, that's when you pull that out. He felt that was too aggressive of a call, or that's what he said. It was too aggressive of a call for a 60-yarder, almost implying, 60-yarder. Don't give the officials any reason to call something.
Yeah, but we see 60-yarders made all the time now.
Let the guy prove he can make it.
We see them made all the time, so I don't want to not rush. What are we going to do? We're just going to stand there? Like, what do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
And
everything I hear from the A.J. Feelys of the world, is it A.J. Feely or Jay Feely? Who's the kicker? I wasn't trying to get you to know, really.
I'm on guard.
I'm savoring that victory from yesterday. Was it Jay Feely? Feely, the kicker.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you always hear, right? That on especially the longer ones, the ball tends to come out a little bit lower.
Right.
So it just makes sense that you're going to try to collapse the middle.
I mean, right. I think the thing here is just be smart. Just be smart with when you're jumping and with where you're putting your hands. Just don't give the ref an opportunity to call it in that situation.
We'll get Mike Kliss's take on that. Also, question I want to ask Mike, why isn't Evan Ingram more involved in the offense? We'll get to that with Mike Kliss right after I also tell you about how you, as a gamer, can get into the game with what we're giving you a chance to win here at the Fan. A chance to win a PS5 bundle. All you have to do to enter, download the Denver Sports app, click on the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5, Madden 26, and College Football 26, as well as a 70-inch TV. Nice deal. Download that Denver Sports app, and away you go. Mike Kliss joins us next.
Is a key offseason acquisition for the Broncos already being forgotten about?
I'm not expecting much from Dre Greenlaw all year, and so I'm setting the bar really low. Hopefully he can return at some point. He just can't stay healthy. He hasn't been healthy since he's been here.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
As we start to see signs of fall, now is a good time to get your home prepped for colder temperatures and take care of those plumbing to-dos with my friends at Copperhead Plumbing. Reliable hot water is a must. Repairs, maintenance, or if it's time for a new one, Trust Copperhead Plumbing. They are hot water heater specialists, and if I may, I highly recommend going tankless. Made the switch myself a couple of years ago. Unlimited hot water on command, takes up less space. Love it. Speaking of water, protect your home from unexpected and costly water damage. Have Copperhead Plumbing install the Moen Flow Smart Water Shutoff System. Monitors your entire home's water usage in real time right from your phone. Something else to keep in mind, Colorado known for its hard clay soil. Installing a water softener can really improve the quality of your water and help prevent the oxidation of your pipes and faucets. Copperhead Plumbing has been reliably serving Colorado since 2007. They're local, licensed, and focused on quality work done right the first time. So whether it's commercial or residential, emergency services or routine maintenance, call 303-552-3491 and at CopperheadPlumbingInc.com. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
I do. Of course you all do. Who wouldn't want this? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed that has a 5.89 APR.
Wait, you have a 4.75% fixed rate for 5 years?
Yes, and it comes with our lowest rate for life program. Because even with the lowest rate today, it may not be in 6, 12 months or more. And if rates do fall in the future, now what? Go through the expense again? No. Maximize your savings with U.S. Mortgages and our lowest rate for life program. It allows you to lock in today, and if the market does improve, even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fee and no appraisal fee. And there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. Awarded the smartest loan in the country. Call us now at 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey, Stoker from my friends at Embers Golf. If you're like me, you know fall golf is hands down the best golf Colorado has to offer. The air is crisp, the courses are pure, and it's the perfect time to fine-tune your game before the season ends. And the best place to do that is at Embers Golf right in Westminster. The place isn't your big box golf store. Nope, Embers Golf is boutique style, family owned, and built for true golf enthusiasts. They're not just selling you golf clubs, they're crafting a full journey personalized to you. They've got 2 hitting bays, all the major brands, PXG, Callaway, TaylorMade, G4, Titus, whatever you need. They got you covered, and they specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. So to get a full bag fitting and actually feel the difference, go visit my friends at Embers Golf. Seriously, there's nothing else like it around. I got hooked up with a full fitting from my guys over there, Trevor and Tate, driver, 3-wood, all my irons. I absolutely love them. So before the snow hits, get yourself dialed in just like I did. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
Every great game comes down to one thing, the drive. And right now it's time to make yours count at Groove Toyota. Get into a new Toyota, a certified pre-owned Toyota, or shop our huge selection of used vehicles. All priced right and ready to move with limited time offers in Colorado's best lineup of Tacomas, Tundras, SUVs, and more. Don't wait on the sidelines. These deals won't last. Make your move today at Groove Toyota on South Broadway in Inglewood. Or start shopping now at GrooveToyota.com.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recover from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24th, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
It's back! Football is back, Broncos country, which means summer is almost over, and that means it's time for game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there in style and on time. So let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle the traffic and parking, and you handle the rest, which means have as much fun as possible and make as many memories as you can. So let Hermes Worldwide get you to and from the game safe. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an O'Reilly right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Mike Kliss is our 9 News Bronco insider. He is brought to us by Fitness Gallery. He joins us right now. Michael, good morning. And we have been playing some of the sound from Sean Payton saying, hey, my bad. It was the wrong call. It was too aggressive of a play on that 60-yard field goal at the end of the game. Do you think he truly believes that? Or as Stokes says, he's just falling on the sword for his team and coaches?
Yeah, well, I do agree it was too aggressive for a 60-yard field goal. I mean, you don't want to risk penalty in that situation. And that type of block, field goal block play does have the risk of penalty. But you still can't have DeAndre Tillman jumping on top of the right guard. You know, that's a technique that should be coached up, I guess. At first I thought it was ticky-tack. I don't think the cameras caught Tillman quite jumping on top of the right guard. There was an all-22 shot, I think it was, where it clearly shows, I mean, he jumped on top of the guy. And, you know, you can't push off. You know, they say it's the leverage means that you push off, but the spirit of the rule, the reason why they called it is because he landed on the blocker, and that's why the rule's in place in the first place. And I think the officials thought like they had to call it. You can't not call it when it was that egregious, jumping up and falling on the guy. So. Yeah, that was gut-wrenching. When you lose a game like that, you're on the field celebrating, going crazy, and then all of a sudden, dejection. Yeah,
terrible way to lose. You know, heavens forbid that, you know, you jump up on and you land on a guy in football with full pads on. Golly, that's terrible. That's a terrible thing, Mike. I mean, that's just awful. What a great rule that they have in place here. We're playing football and you get a flag thrown on you because, you know what, you jump up and you land on a guy. How ridiculous does that sound?
Well, the thing is, the competition committee came up with it a few years ago. You know, Sean Payton, I think, was on the competition committee that banned it, that looked at it. And it was after Justin Simmons leaped over the line and blocked that extra point that cost the Saints a game when Will Parks returned it for 2 points back in 2016. So they kind of instituted that rule right after that. And the blockers on field goal, the thinking is the blockers on field goals and extra points are at a disadvantage. They're kind of anchored there. They're standing. They don't move. They don't go forward. A lot of them are still in their stance, 3-point stance, and so they're at a disadvantage. And they've done a lot to make safety a priority, and that was one of them. It's not just the ticky-tack pushes on the quarterback. This is probably the second area where they really changed the safety rules.
Visiting with Mike Kliss. Mike, why is Evan Ingram's role in the offense limited so far through the first two games? Why is his snap count rather limited through the first two games?
Yeah, I don't know about the snap count. He's been playing like 42%. That's how Sean Payton runs it. Troutman, I know everyone made a big deal about Ingram, but Troutman's still the starter, and he's still the number one tight end. And Sean Payton's offense is that way. You need the tight end to block, and Ingram is a receiver. I'm surprised by the lack of targets also. I don't know if he's not getting open into the flood. Bo Nix is getting his receivers. Ingram's not getting the catches, but Troy Franklin is. Maybe that's the difference. But they made a big deal about the Joker, and the Joker hasn't been getting much action. I'm not exactly sure. He did have a bruised calf he was dealing with all week. So maybe game plan wise, they weren't sure he was going to play much, and so therefore, he wasn't in an involved priority receiver in the script throughout the week.
Mike, any injury updates? We saw Surtain leave for a little bit. Zach Allen left for a little bit. Any updates there on those guys or any new injuries?
Yeah, they only basically missed a play. Allen, I just watched it. It looked like maybe a stinger there.
Yeah,
a pretty good one, and he got up and got back in the game and played 76%, which is high for defensive linemen, but low for him. He usually plays about 98%. But he's okay. He played, I'm sure, with some pain in that game, and Surtain played with the twisted up ankle, but maybe both those guys get a rest on Wednesday, but I think they'll both be okay for the game against the Chargers. And then you got Greenlaw you'll be monitoring. I do think Nate Atkins plays this week. He got back out there and practiced last week. I think they should wait one more week on Greenlaw because he really didn't practice. He got out there for stretch on Friday. Give him a week to practice this week and then play him the following week against the Bengals. But we'll see. The linebackers didn't play so well. And, the Colts had their way, 473 yards in total offense. They might want to rush Greenlaw back out there.
All right, Mike, great stuff as always. We appreciate it. Thank you.
See you guys.
Mike Kliss, our 9 News Bronco Insider, brought to you by Fitness Gallery, home of the world's finest fitness equipment. We're taking your Bronco leftovers, stuff that maybe slipped through the cracks yesterday that you want to bring to our and everyone else's attention. More from Sean Payton talking about that last field goal and explaining what the idea was behind the call and why the Broncos didn't execute it properly. That's next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Well, when I first heard from Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic that men wait on average over a year to do something about their erectile dysfunction, I was surprised. But the more I learned about it, the more I guess I understand. Taking that first step is not always easy. A lot of unknowns, anxiety, some embarrassment. It's all to be expected. It's why I recommend Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They are incredibly compassionate about what guys are going through. They create an environment of trust as they visit with you to find out what your goals are and customizing a treatment plan just for you. And you can't argue with the results. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has a success rate well over 90%. You decide when you want to be able to perform and for how long. Schedule a consult, just $99. Take a simple blood test along with a T and PSA test. And if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose does not work in the office, your visit is 100% free. Got 5 locations to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in the Rock, Castle Rock. Call 440-7900, and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Ever tried fixing an outlet yourself? First, you watch a DIY video, then you grab your tools. Next thing you know, sparks are flying and your hair looks like you just licked an electrical socket. Let's avoid that, shall we? Piper Electric has been providing expert electrical service since 1983. Repairs, upgrades, EV charger installations, even commercial and industrial. They do it all and do it right. They're giving you $50 off your next service. No fried hair required. Call 303-422-9219 today. Piper Electric. Leave the electricity to the experts.
Come shop Denver's biggest, most exciting diamond event of the year.
Because this week, get our lowest prices of the year on everything diamond at Williams Jewelers.
It's the Diamond Expo, September 23rd through 27th at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Come shop the largest selection of gorgeous loose diamonds. Every shape, every size, and price range diamonds, including Quiot and Hearts on Fire. It's the Diamond Expo.
Plus, thousands of diamond settings from the world's top designers, including Gabriel & Company, JB Star, and Tacori.
Everything diamond. Diamond earrings, rings, bracelets, and necklaces at the best prices of the year. It's the Diamond Expo.
Plus, with every purchase of $5,000 or more, you'll receive a half-carat pair of natural diamond studs, a $950 value as our gift.
The Diamond Expo at Williams Jewelers. Save hundreds, even thousands. It's our biggest diamond event of the year.
And the diamond earrings are on us.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Where Colorado shines.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical. One had an Orchard sign and sold for way more. Why? Orchard's local agents know how to attract serious buyers, and they handle everything for you. And with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can move into your new home before your old home even hits the market. Don't settle for less. Get more with Orchard, the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to sell your home. Start with your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Change is always happening. Hey, it's part of life, and when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. But no matter how things change in 5 years, there's one thing that'll stay the same: the price of your internet. Xfinity is introducing the 5-year price guarantee. It means you'll get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with their best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report August 2024.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
It's your last chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltar Motors. This month, get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com to get the EV you want before they are gone. Siltar Motors has got the best location, the biggest EV selection in Denver, and the most competitive pricing in Colorado. Siltar Motors will deliver everything you want out of a dealership.
The post-career day press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Want a new gadget? Prime Big Deal Days are happening October 7th and 8th. Deals up to 40% off on tons of must-haves. Whatever's on your list, it's worth checking out.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Good morning. Welcome to it. Happy Tuesday morning. Straight up 7 a.m. Good to have you with us here. Strong hour for the 6 a.m. texters. 7 a.m. texters. Let's go. Be ready to answer the call. Here we go. Sean Payton yesterday saying that he shouldn't have been so aggressive in calling for the block play on that 60-yard field goal at the end of the game.
My big regret flying home was that's more for a closer field goal. That's more for a gimme than a 60-yard attempt, and that's on me.
He did go into detail about what the play was and why maybe the flag was thrown.
The idea was to work 90, their field goal protection unit, who lined up at left guard, where DJ's going to be able to push down. That's legal. And then right at the last minute, they flip sides inside. And so now we're on a different defender or different offensive blocker. And so, but I think to your question, I think Tillman has some pretty good leaps and just ended up, we ended up on the wrong side and we didn't execute it. And before any and all of that, though, we should be working a normal interior rush with a 60-yard attempt.
Okay. Whatever one you're doing, I don't want it to be illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it has a chance to be called as a penalty, I don't care if it's a chip shot or a long field goal, we shouldn't be doing it. Do you follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So I know he said that, hey, usually we call this one on a closer field goal where we're more aggressive. Well, even though you can be aggressive but still not get a penalty, why can't we do both? Does that make sense? Let's follow the rules and still be aggressive and try to block it.
So they had it scouted, but is that on Tillman for not recognizing that, okay, we were going in with the game plan of targeting number 90, who was going to be lined up at right guard. Instead, they flipped. 68 moved over. I'm looking at the end zone copy right now.
Right.
68 moves over to right guard. And at that point, is that on Tillman or somebody else out there? I mean, you got some veterans out there. DJ Jones is out there. Hufanga is out there. Is it up to the players to recognize, whoa, that's not what we scouted. They flipped. Don't run the same play, or still run it.
No, I think you still run it. I mean, you have a play called. They change things up on you. You still run the play. So you just got to execute it better. And not put yourself in a situation to where, a ref can throw a flag in that situation. So I don't mind them being aggressive. I don't mind them trying to get a block. I want them to. Let's just not put it in the ref's hands.
All right, so
can we do both?
Be honest with me. Do you think Sean is being truthful there when he was second-guessing himself all the way home about trying to be aggressive to block a 60-yarder, saying that, hey, that's something you do if it's the end of the game and they're getting ready to attempt a 30-yard chippy?
Yes.
You think he
yes.
definitely...
I think yes.
Just protecting players and coaches.
No, I think he regrets being that aggressive. I think he wants to be aggressive, but in a different type of rush. Does that make sense to where maybe we're not pulling the guy down and putting our player in a position to where they might get called for that? Now we're just going to go straight rush. Does that make sense?
Right.
Straight rush, and we're not pulling down. We're not putting our hands on guys trying to jump over. We're not being that aggressive, because sometimes when you're that aggressive, situations happen like they happened on Sunday. Does that make sense there?
More on the postmortem from Sunday. Sean breaking down the breakdown of his defense.
They averaged 9.8 yards on first down. They obviously came out throwing to run. We busted some fire zone coverages. Late in the game, we did a better job of peeling on the running back in certain looks. But early in the game, we've got the runner coming out of the backfield uncovered. It's the second week in a row that we've allowed points on the first drive of a game. That's concerning.
What am I hearing there? I'm second week in a row. We've given up points early. We had guys unaccounted for. We blew some coverages. It sounds to me like, Vance Joseph didn't have his team prepared and didn't make the proper adjustments.
No, it seemed like they made the right adjustments. It just seemed like the guys weren't executing. I mean, you have a play called, and you don't peel with the back. So if it's the back releases to your side, sometimes you see the defensive end, the outside linebacker, not rush and take that running back. And we saw it later with Jonathan Cooper. I think it was on the drive where Jonathan Taylor had the long run. We saw Jonathan Cooper peel off and take the running back. And Daniel Jones just kind of had to throw it to no man's land, and Cooper almost intercepted it. But it seems like they busted some coverages there. I mean, this is a defense that shouldn't be blowing coverages. They've been together, 90% of them have been together for a couple of years now. So I don't know. Is that on the coach when the players can't execute what's called?
Well, to that point, okay. Is it the way that the players were prepared and coached, or is it just simply the liabilities of the players? Check this out. This stat came out yesterday. Broncos starting linebackers Alex Singleton and Justin Sternad were closest targets on a combined 6 plays versus the Colts versus Pro Football Focus. The Colts were 6 of 6 for 126 yards when targeting the Bronco inside linebackers.
So that's a passing game we're talking about?
Talking about
there?
the passing game, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess they didn't do a good job against the pass.
Not exactly news, right?
But no one did. Who else?
Bronco
Who else
linebackers
did?
have had trouble covering tight ends and running backs for years.
Who else did a good job?
Well,
Riley Moss? No.
Nope.
Surtain? No. No one did. I mean, I saw Downs getting catches. I mean,
there wasn't one defensive player that stood out.
No.
Not one.
Agree.
Not
Everyone struggled.
Not one. What about the offense? And Sean pointing to the same drive we were pointing to yesterday as the one that really stings. That was the one where the Broncos forced a turnover on downs at midfield. They got the roughing the passer penalty when Bo was rolling out near the sideline. They had 2nd and 1 at the 26. And, well, I'll let Sean take it from there.
It comes down to the red zone drive where we shot ourselves in the foot. We had a delay game penalty, a 15-yard face mask penalty, and then we also have an interception. So that's easy to look at and say, all right, here's what happened relative to the drives that we didn't score on.
Yeah, he's talking about 2 drives there. He's talking about the 2 drives when the Broncos were up 28-23 and then again 28-26. They had the Knicks interception after J.K. Dobbins got blown up and pushed back 2 yards on a 2nd and 1. And then you had, after a 23-yard run by Dobbins, you had the spike penalty, delay a game, 5 yards, and then the face mask on Troutman, which pushed them out of a potential, again, a chance to score a touchdown. They had to settle for the Will Lutz field goal, which still, you make it, you're still making it a touchdown game, and he misses that. So those are the 2 drives that the offense looks back and regrets the most.
Yeah, you had chances to finish the game off, and really good opportunities to, and you just couldn't do it. You can't make the mistakes that they made on the road in the NFL in close football games. So hopefully they're learning lessons, and next time they actually take advantage of those opportunities. But certainly it cost them in a big way because they did a lot of things wrong. It wasn't perfect, but in the end, you had a chance to close it out offensively, and they just couldn't do it.
Boy, you think about it. On those 2 drives, at one point they were 2nd and 1 at the Indy 26, and then the next drive they were 1st and 10 at the 25. And they came away with 0 points.
Yeah, not it's hard to win that way.
Can't win that way. We're getting your Bronco leftovers from the game. This is stuff that maybe slipped through the cracks as we were discussing everything yesterday that you want to bring to our attention, anything from the game that stood out to you. Let us know. RamosLaw.com, text line 303-713-1043. We'll also check in on CU and Deion and ask Buff fans the question, do you still believe? That's next.
Dover and Cecil.
The right decision is announcing Julian Lewis as the starting quarterback the rest of the season. The answer is Julian Lewis. Stop playing these stupid games. You're not winning anything this year with Caden Salter or Ryan Staub. Let's develop Julian Lewis so that we don't waste next year either.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Back by popular demand, it's another free workshop being hosted by Todd Whalen and Advanced Tax Solutions coming up tomorrow, Wednesday, September 17th at 4:30 p.m. This free workshop will focus on the 7 ways to fix a tax problem. This is a golden opportunity to ask all your IRS tax and payroll-related questions. This workshop will cover types of payment plans, how to abate penalties. Can you settle for less than you owe? It's possible. Can you get the IRS to just leave you alone? Again, possible. With this free workshop from Advanced Tax Solutions, you can learn about fresh start programs to settle for less than you owe. How about reaching uncollectible status where the IRS has no choice but to leave you alone? Here's the thing. You don't want to take on the IRS by yourself. Let Todd Whalen and Advanced Tax Solutions take up the fight for you. They've got the experience, and they'll possibly save you a lot of money and valuable peace of mind. If you owe the IRS money and can't pay, if IRS penalties and interest are beating you up, call Advanced Tax Solutions to take advantage of their free workshop tomorrow. Simply call 303-753-6040, and they'll send you a link to sign up. 303-753-6040, Advanced Tax Solutions.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99 plus 2 times points at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Is your office cleaning letting you down? Pike Janitorial beats your current cleaning price by 10% and delivers spotless results every time. Environmentally friendly, thorough, and reliable. Visit denver-janitorial.com for your free quote today. Pike Janitorial. Clean you can count on.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Regulated by the Colorado Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply based on approved credit.
Buying an investment property should be simple, right? Find a place that cash flows, make your down payment. But then comes the part every investor dreads, getting a loan. You know what happens next. You hand over your tax returns loaded with write-offs and smart CPA magic, but the bank looks at you like, oh, you're one of those people. Traditional lenders don't get you, but we do. At Cake, we specialize in DSCR loans. DSCR means debt service coverage ratio. Simply said, if rent covers or almost covers the mortgage, we can probably get you funded and you won't need to explain yourself to a loan officer who's never filed a Schedule C. Start building your real estate legacy today. Call 1-800-EAT-CAKE. That's 1-800-EAT-CAKE right now. Or visit cakehome.com to learn why life's better with Cake.
When you're hurt in a car crash or on the job, Postman Law delivers. Don't just hope for help, demand results. Others promise. Postman delivers with ease, speed, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN today. That's 844-POSTMAN.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
High five, Fama Jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane.
Okay.
Yours was,
get off my plane. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
Mark will be along coming up at 8 o'clock. We got Tele-illustrator Tuesday with Stoke coming up at 7:30.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
What do you mean, we'll see?
You failed it yesterday. You never brought it up. And, you know, that's your job is to assign us homework, right?
Yes.
What are you looking at? What are you doing?
Going back to our text chain.
Yeah. And I'm the one that had to bring it up. And like Mike, are we going to do Tele-illustrator Tuesday tomorrow? Isn't that correct? Didn't I bring it up? And then you tried to give some bad assignment. And so yeah, we'll see. I might not do it. I might do it. I haven't decided yet.
You know, it's funny though.
Wow.
Put this up on the big board of BS lies and other nonsense if you'd like. But literally, when you sent that out, I was just about to send you a text with your assignment. No,
Mike, stop
it.
Mike, why would you do that?
No, because so let's go back and look at the chain of evidence here. Okay, you sent that out at 5 o'clock. Okay, 5 o'clock.
Well, I mean, Mike. Okay, because if I don't get it by a certain time, I'm not going to be able to do it. You know that, right? It's not something that just takes 5 minutes. Do you understand that? This is like we have to put work into. I know for you, you think it's easy. It doesn't take you much time to come up with 50 different topics that you would like us take a look at. But for us that actually have to do the work and watch the film and take notes on it, that's time consuming.
Well, then why'd you wait till 5 o'clock to reach out?
Well, I was playing golf.
Oh, so if I had sent something out to you at, let's say, 1 o'clock,
that's not the point.
What kind of response would I have received? By the way,
well, I would have at least known what I was going to be doing.
Yeah, and you would be thinking about it on the golf course while you were,
maybe
grinding through the back nine after a struggling front nine?
Maybe.
I don't think so. Plus, I knew you were playing golf, so I wasn't going to bother you. But by 5 o'clock, I knew you were done.
And you still didn't do it. I had to do it.
I was just getting sent to set it up. But anyway, we'll see.
Stop it.
I hope.
Get some help.
I hope we'll have Tele-illustrator Tuesday.
Are you going to have to come up with some more topics?
I know that Mark will deliver one at 8:45.
Do you know what it is?
I can trust him.
Do you know what it is?
I do.
What? What is he doing?
Hold on, I got to go back and look at my notes.
So you don't even remember
I know.
what he said.
Well, I handed out a number of assignments.
Right,
yesterday.
I know.
No, it was.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Take a look at the Bronco pass rush and why it didn't get home.
Okay.
Then he was snarky. He's like, "How about I break down Courtland's one catch?"
Well, first you told him to break down all the field goals.
Well, I was joking. With
Yes, exactly. So he joked back.
Yeah, I know. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Well, it doesn't sound like
I'm fine
it.
with that. Boy, you're. I don't know if it's like and I don't know if it's a combination of your golf game being in a slump right now, or the fact that I got you an "oh really" yesterday. But you're a little saucy today.
No, you just failed to do your job, and I, Tele-illustrator Tuesday is a big part of our Tuesday show, and I was just sitting there thinking, okay, well, usually on Mondays I do Tele-illustrator Tuesday, and I have work to do here, but Mike never even mentioned
it. You were playing golf. I knew you wouldn't get to it till last night, yesterday, late afternoon. So I sent in the.
You never even said anything. I had to do it.
I was literally set to do it.
Here, another lie. That's going up on the board,
Put
Mike.
it up there on the board.
It will.
It's like everything else that's on the board.
Why wouldn't you say it last night?
Everything on that board
I was
is
about
true.
to send it out. Here it is.
Right.
You never mentioned that.
Because I knew how you'd react, exactly how you're reacting right now.
Okay.
Anywho, well,
we'll see.
Tele-illustrator Tuesday.
Possibly.
Folks, your guess is as good as mine.
Yep.
We shall see. Meanwhile, with all the talk yesterday about the Broncos loss, we saw what happened. That's wrong. We talked. We heard from Deion Sanders after the game, and a Deion that you're not used to hearing after they got humbled by Houston to drop to 1-2. A very quiet, reserved, humbled Deion Sanders.
We're not struggling. We're getting that buzz kicked. You don't have to be polite with me. You don't have to sugarcoat it. I come from a mama who kept it a buck with me, so let's keep it a buck. We're getting that buzz kicked. We're not successful on either side of the ball as we were wished to be.
Do you still believe in Deion? Buff Nation, do you still believe in Deion?
Do you believe?
That's a difficult one. The momentum can stop really quickly. And all of a sudden, in today's college football world, if that money dries up, CU money, boosters, that money, that NIL money, all of that, you have the excitement of Deion, and it's been fun the last couple of years, right? But I'm looking at their schedule. I mean, you win 3 games, how much fun is that going to be? The Louis doesn't travel well when you're only winning 3 games. Is Lil Wayne going to be here for the spring game? Ricky Ross? Randy Moss? I mean, are they still showing up for a 3-win team? I don't think so, Mike. So the party can come to an end really, really quickly if you don't win football games. And right now they look like a bad football team. And I don't know. They look like a 3 or 4 win team. I don't see them getting to 5 wins. I don't.
We just played the promo with Josh Dover, and I could not agree more. 100%. You got to go back to Juju Lewis at quarterback. He's your 5-star recruit. If you have any future quarterback, if you have any potential at quarterback, it's not Salter. It's not Staub. Staub was a great story, but, come on.
What'd I tell you?
What'd
I tell you about that story?
Rudy had his one moment, and then he, faded off into oblivion. Okay, so you gotta see what you got in this guy, and let's just call it. All right, give Deion a mulligan. He botched the whole quarterback situation at the start of the season. Okay,
Foolishness.
Botched it, but there's still time to save the season and create some hope. But the only way you can do that is if you put the kid in there.
No, I think you go with Salter.
Really?
Yeah, you go back to him. He's the one with the experience. I mean, Juju's like 17 years old, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, if he's not ready, you're just going to throw him in there to the Wolves, and then it's going to be a complete disaster? What good is that going to do? It's going to do more harm than good. Now you're going to win 1 game or 2 games. I mean, this
whole bit about overwhelming these quarterbacks if you throw them in too early, if they're made of the right stuff, they'll be able to handle it.
No, you're talking about NFL guys. In college, I think you can do a lot of harm to a young quarterback that's just not ready, that's 17, 18 years old, if you just throw him in right now. Now, look, if you get later in the season, you want to give him some experience, that's fine. But if you don't think he's ready, if he's not ready, and we're just going to throw him out there because, he was a 5-star recruit, you got no running game. You still can't run the ball. So I don't agree with that.
That means in a transfer portal world where these players who are so uber sensitive and they just take off and transfer to the next school if they don't get their way, you're confident you're going to be able to effectively redshirt this guy for an entire season and tell him this is all for your own good and come back and try again next year? Well, and he'll have the faith and trust in you?
I'm not saying I'm not playing
in
him
a portal world?
I'm not saying I'm not playing him all year. All I'm saying is I'm going back to Salter, and I'm giving him another opportunity. And then if it doesn't work out, we'll reevaluate, and then you probably go to Juju. Okay, so but I just think right now if he was a guy, they would have, and they thought he was a guy and had a chance, he would have been in there. So give it a little time, and let's go back to our starter and see how that works now that he got a chance to take a step back.
On the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Oh, my God, Mike, enough with the CU stuff. Why do you keep doing this? They're terrible, worse than terrible. Win is enough. Please move on. Their 15 minutes of fame are up. It's embarrassing. Up next, Tele-illustrator Tuesday with Stoke.
Maybe.
That's next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Tick, tick, tick. That's the sound of the clock winding down on your chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltahar Motors. End of the month, September 30th. That's when the federal tax credits run out. For the next 2 weeks at Siltahar, get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com to get the electric vehicle you want before they are gone, or shop hundreds of cars on the lot from Ford, Lincoln, Volvo, and Mazda. In fact, you can do all your shopping at sthmotors.com. Check out their entire inventory, find out your trade value, apply for credit, chat directly with a sales rep, even get your new car delivered right to your front door. Siltahar Motors has been family-owned for over 60 years. They're local and proud to be a community dealership. So, hey, unlike our local football coaches who have issues with time management, don't let this September 30th deadline pass. The biggest EV selection in Denver and the most competitive pricing in Colorado. STHmotors.com and conveniently located at Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want from a dealership.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Stokley here from my friends at 5280 Waste Solutions of Denver. Unhappy with your home or business trash and recycling service? Need a temporary dumpster for a project? Call 5280 Waste Solutions at 303-529-2329. Colorado isn't just where they work, it's home. They guarantee swift, on-time pickup for residential and commercial customers. Make the switch and get reliable local service you can count on. Go to 5280waste.com. 5280 Waste Solutions, your hometown brand.
I'm Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. If you're ready to lose weight safely and effectively, we prescribe real GLP-1 medications at standard dosages from licensed U.S. pharmacies, not half-strength drugs from unknown or online sources. Your care is managed by a real medical doctor at a real clinic with telemedicine available. And right now, we're offering a free consultation to help you get started. See real results for under $300 a month. Schedule your free consult today at denverregen.com. That's denverregen.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
It's Tele-illustrator Tuesday, presented by Colorado Credit Union.
John Elway, that was a bootleg pass. We talked about the cross, and remember I said how they run those crosses on you? They run those crosses, then you jump up on those crosses, and they get that post in behind you.
Where Stoke and Stink use exclusive game film each week to take you inside the Broncos game plan.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here, and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Well, I think we're getting ready to do Tele-illustrator Tuesday, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live. Love where you bank.
Yeah, Mike screwed it up yesterday. Didn't give any assignments out. And so I had to initiate it. And Evans all of a sudden says, because I sent the text about 5 o'clock, hey, are we doing Tele-illustrator Tuesday tomorrow? Right? Because usually you're on it. You give it. You're the one. You're the teacher. You give out the homework assignment.
I do.
That's your job.
Yep.
And we do the work. Okay. And it was 5 o'clock or so, and I'm like, we haven't got an assignment here.
Mm-hmm.
This
because I knew you were playing golf yesterday.
No. Mark wasn't playing golf, so we both have work to do. So stop the lying. Okay. And so I sent it out and said, hey, are we doing it? What's going on? What's assignments? And you send something back about, hey, look at this or look at that or
what
whatever.
Did I say during the break too? I said
I'm about to get to that.
This is good.
Yeah, and then so I'm
good.
And I'm like, Mike, whatever. You're making this stuff up right now, and you ended up saying, hey, by the way, I was about to send a text right when you sent your text.
True.
Right.
True.
And I'm like, Mike, stop lying, please. Just stop it. It's going to go up on the big board of BS.
Mm-hmm. And what did I say?
And then when I was walking out, you like, hey, hand to God.
Hand to God.
Hand to God. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Let me get out of this room before lightning strikes you down.
No.
Right here, right now.
Nope.
You just said hand to God.
And that's it. And
get some help.
You think after setting the all-time record, again, something if you want to put up on the big board of BS, lies, and other nonsense, but it's true. Do you think after setting the all-time record for perfect Sunday school attendance at Atkinson Congregational Church as a kid that I'm going to be so loose by saying hand to God if I didn't actually mean it?
Yeah. I think your back was against the wall, and you'll do anything to get out of it.
No.
You'll find a way
so
to.
do you have something for
I
today?
do. I have something.
What'd you come
of course, I did.
What'd you come up with?
I just came up with my own, and I wanted to look at Troy Franklin.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to watch Troy Franklin because you said it early in the offseason, and watching him in train. You said that you thought he was going to have a breakout year this year.
Yes.
And watching him in training camp, he had an unbelievable training camp. And he had a terrible training camp last year. He had a great training camp, and he had great preseason games. And so loved what I saw from him. And then all of a sudden he has a breakout game here. and ends up with leading the team with 8 catches. Next best was 2. This is our second-year player, 4th-round pick that didn't do a whole lot last year, that a lot of people thought he should be cut in training camp a year ago. 8 catches for 89 yards, a touchdown on 9 targets. Wow. That was impressive, Mike. So I wanted to go back and look. I didn't do all of the catches. I did 7 of the 8.
Impressive.
Because somehow I missed one of them. I'll raise my hand. I'll point the thumb. I got to the end, and I said, well, I don't know what catch I missed here. But I got 7 of the 8 catches. And just I'll give a little bit of a
summary?
Synopsis?
Oh, perfect. Even
is
better.
That good? I was going to go with synopsis.
Summary would have been fine, but a synopsis it sounds even better.
Okay.
Correctamundo.
Makes you sound smarter.
First of all, I've loved what I've seen from Troy Franklin. He's tough. Like, he's not a big guy. He's tough. Great run after the catch. That last catch that he had, and he gets north and south with the football. He gets the ball, and boom, he's going. He ain't scared. He is a smart football player. On that long one that he caught down the left sideline, that was a heads-up play by him. So I'm going to just go over some of the catches here. The first one was a bubble screen, right? Terrible blocking. Terrible block. That's the one on the left side. We had Bunch out there, 3 wide receivers, and he's the inside guy. And it's the RPO, our RPO game, right? And all Bo's doing is counting the box. How many guys do they have in the box from the tackle to the tackle? Do they have us outnumbered? Okay, I'm going to pull it out and throw it to my receiver. And that's what he did there. And now we have two blockers in front of Troy Franklin for 2 defenders, and you're trying to outrun an inside defender. Evan Ingram just gets side-tossed, and then Franklin catches it and gets flat out smoked for -3. And he hops right back up, boom, gets to the huddle, ready to go on the next play. I thought that was impressive. I did. And then the next play is when it's 2nd and 13. The next play is his long catch, 42 yards. He's in tight on the left side. He chips the defensive end, helps out Bozy. Bozy, I got you. Boom. Does a little chip. And then he goes to the flat. Okay, just runs to the flat out there, and he's just kind of hanging out. And all of a sudden, Bo spins out to the left, and Franklin's like, all right, let me go deep. Takes off deep. Bo throws it out there. Nice throw, but last year Troy would have dropped it. He would have dropped that ball. And so we haven't talked about, like, that was a really nice catch. It wasn't an easy catch. So we haven't talked enough about that.
Real quick, can I just interrupt? Because on that play, when he goes into the flat,
yeah,
and you see the highlight, you see him standing there, and then he sees Bo start to scramble, and that's when he takes off. Is that just the way these receivers are taught, or does that speak something to the connection and the experience he has playing with Bo?
No, you're taught certain scramble drills, depending on if there's someone already deep. Then you're taught to do one thing. If no one's deep and you can get by the guy, and sometimes you just got to have good football IQ. Just be a football player. I don't want you to be the robot out there. If you got a chance to go by the guy and the quarterback has a chance to get you on a deep one, then take advantage of it. But there are certain scramble rules that you have. But most of the time, it's like, forget that.
Yeah,
I got to be a football player.
Instincts, yeah.
And so. That's what he was doing there. Really, really loved that play from Troy Franklin. His next one was on 1st and 10, a 16-yard pass play. He was in a stack formation, and on the left side, he had a receiver behind him, and he just kind of ran up 3 or 4 yards, and he ran a little slant. Again, RPO. All right, RPO there, and he almost scored on it. Nice job bouncing it to the right and got down there inside the 10-yard line, 5-yard line. Really nice job by Bo. RPO game was much better in Game 2 than in Game 1. Game 1, it was horrendous. We had guys blocking and Bo's pulling the ball out, no one to throw to. So it was much better in that game, and Troy Franklin is really good at that RPO game. 2nd and goal, this was a 3-yard touchdown to him. It's bunch right. He's the far inside guy, right over there by McGlinchey. And he fakes like he's going to go to the left. And then he sprints to the right flat, wide open, easy touchdown. Great design. Sean Payton, Lombardi, Carmichael, Davis Webb, great design of a play, but also a great job of executing, right? You can have all the stuff you want, design it up there on the chalkboard, but you got to go out there as a player and execute it. He did a great job of being patient, fake to the left, just kind of chill for a second, and boom, go to the flat, and they lost him. And so lull him to sleep a little bit. Good job right there by Troy Franklin. Next one, 1st and 10. This is a 4-yard gain. He's tight left over there next to Bowlesy. He quick chips him, and then he just runs a drag route across the field. Nice job of Bo finding him. Good job, 4-yard gain. Nice job there. Next one, we have a 1st and 10. This is a 9-yard pass play. Again, slot left RPO. He makes a guy miss and picks up 9 yards. Really nice job by him. This is when he caught it on the left sideline. The cornerback was right there. He went, boop, and then hit him back inside. Ended up getting 9 yards. I never realized that this guy was so good run after the catch. He really is. He doesn't profile that way. We know he's fast. Yeah. Most fast guys aren't that type of wide receiver, but he is really good run after the catch. And this last one that I have, this is on that 3rd down and 24 or whatever when we're backed up. Troutman just got a dang face mask penalty. He's trips right. He's in the slot. Just a quick screen to him from Bo, right? And then, you're trying to get 5-6 yards here. That's really it, trying to get a few yards. And he ends up getting 15 because he catches the dang ball and it's straight north and south, right?
Right.
I mean,
That's a great point.
He doesn't mess around. A lot of guys in those situations, because you got the big hogs coming from the middle, those linebackers and defensive tackles, and sometimes they try to move a little bit, then they'll get 4 or 5 and just fall down. He went straight vertical, got 15. You know how huge that is for Will Lutz? Well, it didn't turn out to be huge, obviously, but normally that's a game changer right there. So Troy Franklin, flat out unbelievable job by him. It has been so impressive watching him take the jump from year 1 to year 2. What a game he had. It's been, you give his receiver coach a lot of credit, and I do. I give the other offensive coaches because they're designing some stuff up for him, but he's going out there and making plays.
Stoke.
You failed me. You let me down.
And you know what? You still, you rose above it, and you were. That was outstanding. That was outstanding.
Let's hug it out. Hug it out.
Listen,
Air hug.
And
Air hug.
I, next time, that's on me.
That's all I was looking for. That's all I was looking for.
You were so good. You were such a pro about it. Now I have to learn from that and be better next week. I will.
That's all I wanted on the text chain. Just, hey, my bad. Stoke, if you can figure something out, that would be great. I dropped the ball here, and
hand to God though. I was set to send it out
again, folks. Another hand to God.
Another one.
Wow, that's 2 of them. That's 2 zaps you're gonna have, Mike. Hey, you might. We got some dark mornings coming up.
Yeah.
So Puma attack or something might be on the horizon.
Karma
for you. No, but I had to come up with my own assignment.
That's good. Did a nice job,
Troy Franklin. But
that was nice.
Hey, I tell you what. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Because he is a really good football player.
Let's face it, he was the undisputed bright spot of Sunday's game. You can't find anybody on defense that stood out. Special teams was special teams. Lutz, blew it. Offense, who really maybe J.K. Dobbins, Bo for the first half.
Yeah.
But, Troy Franklin, outstanding. Tele-illustrator Tuesday, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live. Love where you bank. Time now for 4 Down Territory.
It's time for 4 Down Territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth react to the latest action both on and off the gridiron. Kicking things off with First Down.
I'm kind of, just before we get to first down here, I'm kind of nervous about Marks. It doesn't sound like he doesn't have a lot to work with here. So I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to be a little bit underwhelming because, all he's going to say is, well, yeah, Nelson, what's his first name? Quentin Nelson, he had the war paint on and he locked down Zach Allen and, he moved his feet and then he's going to talk about their left tackle. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe we'll get a mesh point.
Maybe we'll get a mesh point.
Maybe we'll get a mesh point.
It's 100% chance we get a mesh point.
I will say this, and he comes up with his Tele-illustrator Tuesday an hour from now. Going to be very difficult to beat you.
That's what I'm saying. I felt
you were
good.
outstanding.
Thank you. Like, my stoked up segment has not been outstanding.
Well, it's early. It's like week 1, week 2 of the NFL. We're working out the kinks.
All right. Well,
I see a lot of potential in it, by the way.
Do you?
I do. I think that when we get to the end of the long season, we're going to look back on it and say that was a very, very popular segment. Okay. First down, Sean Payton. Hey, you want to talk about pulling the thumb instead of pointing the finger? That's what he did yesterday when it came to that final play on the long field goal and what went wrong from the Broncos standpoint.
We had a certain field goal block in the event of a game-ending field goal, much like the PAT where Justin Simmons jumps cleanly and blocks the PAT in New Orleans. But that's on me in that situation. And look, it's not on Darren. It's not on Tillman. With a 60-yard field goal attempt, my big regret flying home was that's more for a closer field goal. That's more for a gimme than a 60-yard attempt. And that's on the alignment got wrong, and the call was correct. As a defensive line, you can push down on the back of the center and offensive lineman. You can push down on the back, specifically if you're going to go internally on the guard. You can push down. You can't push the jump. So a common block would be to push down with one player and then to clear jump with another.
So he's second-guessing himself and saying, my bad, that on a 60-yard field goal like that, you just don't call for that aggressive of a play, that you understand that it's a 60-yard field goal and don't do something so aggressive that maybe leads to a flag. Hey, maybe you do it if it's a 32-yard chip shot to win the game. What do you got to lose? But his point is that on a 60-yarder, the odds are already probably in your favor. Don't even out the odds by being overly aggressive. So do you think he truly means that, or was he simply, falling on his sword for the players and for the other coaches?
I think it's both. I think he truly means that. Yeah, I wish I was a little bit more conservative, but ultimately, you as a player, you have the responsibility to do it the right way and not get a penalty. As a special teams coach, he could have called a different blitz or brought it up to Sean, like, hey, this is a long field goal. This guy hadn't been close to making this long of a field goal. Let's do something more conservative here. And I'm sure Sean would have said yes or no, whatever the case may be. But Sean is taking ownership of it, and this is what the head coach should do, right? He is the captain of the ship. So whether, he should have done this or should have done that, ultimately it falls on him, and he's taking ownership of it. So, but at the same time, go out there and just execute. I want him to be aggressive. That doesn't mean you have to get a penalty being aggressive. It was unfortunate.
Second down.
Doubleheader last night as we saw two games. We saw Tampa put together a thrilling final drive in the final seconds, capped off with a touchdown to beat Houston. And then we watched, if you could stay up late, you watched the Chargers and the Raiders. Chargers get the win 20-9. What was your biggest takeaway from the Chargers win, or I guess maybe the Raiders' performance in a loss?
Well, Geno threw 3 picks, and the Chargers are in a great situation right now. They've won 2 division games, first 2 games of the year, 2-0, with the Broncos coming to their place. So you talk about a huge game this early in the season. Chargers could be 3-0 and 3-0 in the division.
Tiebreakers over every team in the division.
Exactly. So you'd be playing. Everyone's going to be playing catch up if the Broncos can't win that football game. So Chargers are off to a fast start. Good job of taking care of business against the Raiders. The Raiders are the Raiders. I don't care if Pete Carroll's a coach or Art Shell's a coach or
Art Shell
or John Madden,
an Art Shell pull,
or John Madden. The Raiders are going to Raider, and
Tom Flores,
John Gruden, Lane Kiffin.
Oh my God,
you forgot about Lane Kiffin,
Josh McDaniels.
So it's
do your job and quit making up.
What's the guy's name? Basacci.
Oh, Steve. No.
Rich.
So
we
it's
mock you because we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the Chargers are, getting off to a hot start. How about Baker Mayfield though? Baker Mayfield.
Clutch.
I mean, holy cow. He has something to him, and he finds a way to get it done. But that was an entertaining football game, that first one. Not so much that second one, but that first one was very entertaining.
And when I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
Yeah, Houston, Tampa Bay, and Tampa, finds a way to drive the distance of the field. And when they hadn't done anything in the second half,
C.J. Stroud just isn't the same quarterback he was as a rookie.
Mike, they can't protect him. I mean, he is getting hit. I mean, Tampa Bay was hitting him in the second half. It felt like they were hitting him every play. He had no time to throw the football. And, oh, by the way, Mike, guess what? He's got no running game. So it makes life miserable for a quarterback. It's a lot different when you don't have time and you don't have a running game as a quarterback. So, they have messed around there in Houston and tried to turn that offensive line over, and it doesn't look the same, and C.J. Stroud doesn't look the same.
Boy, and you had some people around here who desperately wanted D'Amico Ryans to be the head coach here. But so far, year 3, you're seeing the same issues in Houston. Okay, that's what went down yesterday, but let's stay. Block the ears. Hold the ears. Ears.
Third down.
Okay.
Was that loud?
Not too bad.
Okay.
So last night during that Raider game, they flashed to the coach, not the owner's box, the coach's box. And who's sitting there with headphones on? Tom Brady.
Tommy.
Who's part owner of the Raiders. Tom Brady's being paid $370 million to be the lead analyst on Fox. He gets a chance to meet with teams. Now, he can't do it in person in the building, but he can still meet with teams remotely as part of prepping for that next broadcast. Stoke, is this just a blatant conflict of interest that the NFL is being so painfully soft and not addressing?
Yeah, this is an odd deal. At first, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. I thought Tom was more going to be kind of hands-off. It didn't seem like he was very involved with the Raiders. But now it seems like he is really jumping into the pool here. And so it's a huge conflict of interest, given what he's doing and some of the access that he has to other teams. And then he's talking to the Raiders, Chip Kelly, a couple times a week, talking to Pete Carroll. I don't know. It seems like the NFL is just kind of, it's Tom Brady. All right. We tried to get him for, Deflategate. Couldn't do that. So whatever, Tom, whatever you want to do. I know we had this rule in place, but, since it's you, we'll change the rule for you.
But, this is the NFL. The NFL doesn't need to desperately try to manufacture stars. They're not a league that's dependent on clinging to try to promote one personality above everybody else to try to, give your league juice. I mean, that's something that the NBA or Major League Baseball or the NHL would do. The NFL doesn't need to be clinging to Tom Brady. They're the freaking NFL.
So why are they doing it?
I don't know. But
do you find this odd?
You want to talk about conflict? Okay, this week, Tommy is calling
who?
Tommy is calling Chicago and Dallas. Okay, Chicago and Dallas.
Yeah.
Got to get all kinds of info, talk to Ben Johnson, everything like that, right? Call the Chicago Bears. Guess who the Raiders play the next week?
Who?
Chicago.
Wow. So would you talk to him if you were
Ben Johnson?
Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't either.
No.
I would have no one on our staff.
Nobody
or
talks
team.
to Brady.
Right.
Nobody.
No one can talk to Tommy.
Right.
I agree. You have to be aware of that when dealing with Tom Brady. I'm sure everyone is, and they're probably really guarded, I would think. Wouldn't you?
Of course, you'd have to be. Mark sits in all those meetings. We'll ask him when he gets here. I mean, are they getting state secrets here? Is this the kind of stuff you get that, Brady can scurry back to Chip Kelly and guess what I learned about the Bears? You want to factor this into the game
I'm
plan.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm sure they get good stuff from some of the coaches, certainly, that, that they can bring up during the broadcast.
Finally,
1, 2, 3. Fourth down.
I got to admit, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, this has got to be one of those scam Adam Schefter accounts. You know, like when I fell for the Indiana Fever one.
Yeah.
20.2 million people watching Fever and Liberty. I fell for that one. But no, this one's legit. Speaking of Brady, Tom Brady is coming out of retirement, sort of, to join Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, Max Crosby, Rob Gronkowski, Sauce Gardner, Myles Garrett, and others for the Fanatics Flag Football Classic, a competitive flag football tournament that's taking place in Saudi Arabia next March. Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, and Kyle Shanahan will be coaching the three teams.
So who are the teams?
It's going to be like they're going to fill out three teams and probably have some sort of round-robin tournament. Stoke. I mean, we know the Saudis have unlimited cash that they're willing to throw at things. Witness the Live Golf Tournament. That whole thing. Can you imagine the money that is getting paid to get all of these big names during the offseason to come out to Saudi Arabia?
Whole lot of money.
Oh, my goodness.
It's not a bad gig.
Not a bad gig. Sean in the middle of it.
Wow. So those are going to be the three coaches of the three teams then?
Yes.
Okay.
Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, Kyle Shanahan.
All right. Well, that's going to be interesting.
Look, if they're getting former players to get out there,
yeah,
maybe
holler at your boy.
Maybe you should see if you can't throw your hat in the ring.
Peyton and I back again?
Why not?
Portray.
Let's do it again.
Let's go.
I mean, especially for these coaches, March 21st, right? I mean, you've just come off of free agency, right?
Yeah.
You're still getting dialed up for the draft and everything?
Just going to take, a week off?
To go out to Saudi Arabia?
Really?
Does that tell you how much money they're going to make in this thing?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. At some point, we got to find out the price tag for getting all these guys to go out there.
Yeah.
Whew. And you know what else that means? In the NFL's quest for global domination and all these international games that we're seeing, get ready to see one in Saudi Arabia as well.
That's right.
It's coming.
I think you're right.
I think it's coming. All right, that'll do it for Four Down Territory, our tour around the NFL. Mark joins us coming up next.
Is it time to push the panic button up in Boulder?
They don't have an identity on offense. They don't have an identity on defense. And when you're a team that lacks a complete identity,
they're in trouble.
You're in trouble. Feels like a 4 or 5 win team.
Yep.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, Daisy has been treating us to their delicious products for over a century, and now they're raising the bar again with Daisy French onion and Daisy ranch dips made with only the best ingredients, real herbs and spices, and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. No surprise, right? Of course, it's Daisy we're talking about. So tailgates, watch parties, or just to enjoy with your favorite snacks, everything tastes better with Daisy dips. Daisy French onion and Daisy ranch dips. Look for them in a grocery store near you.
This is Jeff for Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Greg.
Hi, my name is Greg. I've been a patient of Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic for over 10 years. I noticed that I was really tired. I was lethargic. I didn't sleep really well, and I was overweight. My waist was 4 inches over what it should have been. It was really difficult for me to lose the body shape I didn't like. And of course, my marriage, yes. No man in their 40s wants to have low libido in their marriage. I'm really thankful for this therapy because it just makes me feel the man I want to be, active, at home, everywhere. If you're feeling like I was, call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today and get checked. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Thanks, Greg. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Stokley from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years, and they got a couple great auctions that are in this week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. The best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great items. Tomorrow, ending at 9 o'clock in the morning with over 200 items in it, a City of Aurora impound vehicle auction that will be in it. It's got cars, trucks, SUVs, 4x4s, trailers, and so much more. 9 o'clock tomorrow, that will be ending. And then the following day, Thursday, ending at 9 o'clock, got a tanning bed, fitness equipment, hydro massage auction that will be going down. This got tanning beds, regular tanning beds, stand-up tanning beds, hydro massage, water massage beds, exercise equipment, and so much more. Over 40 lots, over 40 items in that auction. This is what I love about Roller Auction, is they're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Go see it all. Get yourself a great deal at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Hall of Famer. I learned early in my career that winning takes teamwork. And in banking, that means choosing a partner that has your back. That's why I trust Colorado Credit Union, a local financial institution that has spent more than 50 years investing in our community and helping families build a strong financial future. To learn more, visit ccu.org or stop by any branch. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity.
At Tallgrass, we're proud to support the Rockies, the mountains, and the team. Learn more about affordable energy for all at tallgrass.com. And go Rockies!
The Wilhite Law Firm handles accident cases differently. If you're injured, we'll drive to your home, return every call, and keep you updated. After an accident, you want Wilhite. Get your free case review right now. Just call 303-GOOD-LAW today or visit wilhitewins.com and win big with Wilhite.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Double crossing.
You little punk. Can't believe you did that.
Unbreakable trust.
See, I'm not like you. You just let me drown. You just let me drown. You do nothing.
And of course, emotional maturity.
I'm maybe a little bit angry.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Here we go, rolling into the 8 o'clock hour, which means Mark Schlereth is here. Morning, Stink.
Well, good morning, fellas. How are we?
We're good. You should have seen strong bounce back by Stoke this morning. This is why he was such a pros pro for so long, not a mistake repeater. So we're right about to start the show. And, you know, fluids. He's got all the fluids.
He's got more fluids than anybody could I don't know how he gets them all in his backpack, but go on.
But everything he has is tightly screwed on and protected. But he does get his coffee on the way in, and he fumbled. First possession.
What?
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Looked like Geno Smith. Turnover. First play of the game before we even started the show.
Spillage. Right in his lap.
Yeah, on my lap.
Oh, and there's signs all over the place saying no food or drink in here.
Yeah, I know.
Loosely enforced.
Yeah.
Yes, very loose.
Because Mike has drink. You have drink.
Uh-huh.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I had drink, but mine's normally I have it in my thermos, but I always have a little bit that I keep in the cup that I drink. And I like to drink it before the show.
Okay.
And
Spill. Right in your lap.
All over myself. So it wasn't a good way to start the show.
No.
But he immediately cleaned up. He immediately bounced back. He regained his focus.
That's right.
Been nothing but sharp and
And
efficient.
you like
sharp
Manning.
and efficient the rest of the way.
You like Manning just went right back to him. Hey, he had a drop.
Right.
It's all right. You know what? I'm going to feed him the ball.
Yep.
Get him back. Get his confidence back.
I trust him.
Yeah.
No.
We had Tele-illustrator Tuesday drama.
That was
this
not
morning.
No, but that was not.
Mike didn't
Manning.
do that for you.
No, Manning.
Manning.
Yeah, no.
He's not bringing it. He's not coming back to you.
No, not me.
One mistake.
Bench.
Really?
Bench.
So, like in that situation, if you make a mistake on the first drive,
I mean, if Marvin or Reggie did it, yeah, keep going. Me,
your day's over.
My day's over.
Right.
I'm getting iced out. I'm done.
Mike is just.
I mean,
like,
I'm still going to be, out on the field, probably.
Right.
But
you're just running for love of the game routes. That's
exactly.
It. You're getting your conditioning in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Mike, what you just said, just sit there. I'll take over this first segment. I'll just talk to myself.
And I went right back to him.
All right.
He was
look
good.
at you. Look at you.
But we did have some Tele-illustrator Tuesday drama.
Uh-huh.
I
heard coming in.
Yeah.
I heard coming in.
But Stoke was awesome. Did you hear his breakdown of Troy Franklin's?
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
All 7 of the 8 catches he had?
Yeah, it was
great.
great.
I heard. I definitely heard
loved it.
He was great. He was
So-
great. I just like there is a little bit of, as I'm driving in, I'm thinking to myself, you ask me to look at every pass that Indianapolis threw and why they didn't get any pressure. Stoke, look at 7 catches. There's a little bit of like the discrepancy.
Well,
yeah.
Here's the thing. So Mike dropped the ball yesterday. Is that true or not true?
That is true.
Because he didn't give us our assignment. That's his job as the teacher, as the host. He
Yeah.
gives us our assignment.
Yep.
Hey, I want y'all to look at this, look at that. He didn't do it all
Fair
day
enough.
yesterday.
I'll own that.
So I had to reach out through our group text and say, hey, Mike, we got Tele-illustrator Tuesday. Are we what's the deal here, buddy? You going to tell us what to do? And then he starts coming up with these elaborate things. Hey, how about watch this or watch that? So I'm like, forget that. The teacher screwed up, so I'm just going to come up with my own assignment.
Right.
So I just came up with my
Kind
own
of like
assignment.
extra credit. Yeah, he initially wanted me to look at every PAT field goal
No,
across
just field
the league.
goal, not PAT,
Oh,
just field
every
goal.
field goal
Yeah.
across the National Football
not
League to see if
mean.
there's any leverage going on.
How many leverages were there
Yeah.
this past weekend?
The number of leverages was very severe.
Well, I can do that with you because I know you're such a film hound. I mean, you just absolutely love looking at film.
I want to let you know that I was in my kitchen this morning at 4:00 and I looked at every play of our defense. Every single play, run and pass.
Ooh.
And
I'm looking forward to your observations.
And why we truly didn't get much of a pass rush.
All right.
Love it.
That's coming up. Now, just the last thing here, because Stoke wants this to be a new addition to the Mike Evans big board of BS lies and other nonsense. If you do recall on the text chain yesterday, he did send that out.
Uh-huh.
But you notice I immediately had topics that I was ready to assign to you. At the moment that Stokes sent that out, I was just about getting ready to send out a group text to both of you as to what to do for Tele-illustrator Tuesday. And I even said, to back it up, not once but twice, I said, hand to God. I was ready to do that.
Yeah,
Mark,
I heard that.
So
Okay?
I heard that.
I mean, I'm not going to play fast and loose with that.
He didn't say yesterday, oh, hey, I was about to send it out. Here are the topics, or take a look at it. He didn't say that yesterday at all. Right?
No.
He just all of a sudden sent out some stuff. And then today he says, well, hey, by the way, I was writing out what I wanted y'all to look at when you sent that text.
I had the
and I was
phone
like, Mike,
in my
Mike,
hand.
there's no chance. Stop Stop the cap.
Yeah.
Stop the lies, Mike. I'm going to put that up on the big board of BS. And then we were going to break, and so we went to break, and I was walking out the door, and he's like, hand to God. I said, my God. Now you're going to God.
Nah.
Now you're going to God. Now you're taking it a whole nother level.
And as I said, do you really think, as the proud record holder of the longest streak of perfect attendance, Sunday school perfect attendance in the history of Atkinson Congregational Church, that I would be using that loosely?
Yeah, see, first off, let me just say this.
I learned my lesson.
When was the last time you went to church?
It takes Mike a while to find his cell phone. He's got to dig through every pocket of every bag and coat that he has because he probably left his cell phone in the bag for 2 days. And he's like, I got to text these guys. Where'd I put that phone? And then, the Victory Bible School, right? The Bible. Oh, that's the book for me. I stand up. Word of God. Bible. Right? Did you do that?
I don't remember that one. No.
No?
No. A little different there in the Northeast than in Alaska. Sean Payton yesterday, everybody wanted to ask him about the field goal and the penalty and leverage and was it the right call. So here we go. Here's what Sean had to say, Mark.
We had a certain field goal block in the event of a game-ending field goal, much like the PAT where Justin Simmons jumps cleanly and blocks the PAT in New Orleans. But that's on me. In that situation, and look, it's not on Darren, it's not on Tillman. With a 60-yard field goal attempt, the idea was to work 90, their field goal protection unit, who lined up at left guard, where DJ is going to be able to push down. That's legal. And then right at the last minute, they flip sides inside. And so now we're on a different defender or a different offensive blocker. And so, but I think to your question, I think Tillman has some pretty good leaps and just ended up, we ended up on the wrong side and we didn't execute it. And before any and all of that, though, we should be working a normal interior rush with a 60-yard attempt. The alignment got wrong and the call was correct. As a defensive line, you can push down on the back of the center and offensive lineman. You can push down on the back, specifically if you're going to go internally on the guard. You can push down. You can't push to jump. So a common block would be to push down with one player and then to clear jump with another. My big regret flying home was that's more for a closer field goal. That's more for a gimme than a 60-yard attempt, and that's on me.
Okay, there's the full explanation, start to finish. What do you make of it, Mark?
Well, I mean, one, he's 100% right that it's on him and you shouldn't be running that with a 60-yard field goal. Especially with a guy who's new to the league and he's only made the longest he'd made up to that point was at 48 or 49 yards. So, we can sit there and talk about, hey, game management at the end of the game, using your timeouts and all those things, but there's just another game management issue. And, you jump on the hand grenade. It's upsetting because you end up losing a game because of that call and because of that execution. Again, should it have been called? Is it what? Like nobody came here to watch you call leverage, and it had no bearing or effect on the play. And just about every play you could, if you really wanted to do it by the letter of the law, guy touch the guy's back and jumps in the air, you could probably call it on almost every field goal around the league last week. And so, again, it's kind of a crappy call. It's a crappy way to lose a game.
No, I like that Sean's taking ownership of it. That's what you should do as a head coach. I don't mind the call. I want you to be aggressive trying to block it. It's one of those things where you just got to go out there and in those situations be a little bit smarter as the guys that are rushing and trying to block it, knowing that it is a longer field goal. But I don't want them just standing there. I want them trying to push the pocket, jumping up, trying to block it. Unfortunately, they didn't execute it very well.
Yeah, I guess I got to ask just as a football fan, what's the difference? Because it sounds like Sean's saying, hey, that's what you do if the team's lining up to kick a gimme 32-yard field goal to win the game. That's when you pull out all the stops and you run a play that perhaps could end up getting called for leverage. But on a 60-yarder, hey, the odds already may be in your favor that it's going to be a tough kick to make. Don't go crazy with the rush because you don't want to bring this kind of call into play. I guess what's the difference? What would a different type of rush play had looked like on a 60-yard.
You just go. You go like safe. You just run into guys and put your hands up.
Just hope to win your own individual battle.
Make sure they don't run some type of fake on a 60-yard field goal. Like that would be safe rush. And we have those in there. Safe rush. We have different types of rush, whether you want to bring pressure from one edge. If you're on one hash, oftentimes, like if you're on the right hash, the left side will have some type of rush, because you got to kick back into the left side a little bit when you're on that right hash, vice versa. So there are different ways you rush. If you see a guy that, consistently doesn't get his leg out or falls down or whatever, you can jump over that leg. All that kind of stuff out there on the edge. There are different rushes, but on a 60-yarder, like Sean said, the odds are in your favor. That's a tough kick to make, and there are going to be a lot more misses than there are makes in this league at 60 yards. So, don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, I think, what he's talking about is you can still rush them. You can still rush them, but let's not have one of our guys pulling the guy down while the other guy's trying to jump up, right? So let's just all just rush forward. With no one pulling, you just try to plow through them, kind of like the Chiefs guy did to us last year. All right, let's just go straight through them. We're not having anyone pull anyone down and try to jump over them. We're just going to have Tillman just go through the guy, DJ Jones go through the guy. Then you just kind of jump up. And that would be safer to do it that way rather than do the pull down and then the other guy jump.
We are looking for your Bronco.
Can we get somebody that can jump higher? I mean, he acted like he's a leaper.
Yeah, he's talking about DeAndre Tillman being a leaper.
He's like 300 pounds.
Right.
Do we have anybody else that's a leaper out there?
Some tall,
seriously.
skinny guy.
Right.
We should. There's so many guys on practice squad. You can bring them up. Just get yourself like Jokic. No, he can't jump. Get yourself like Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon, right.
Aaron Gordon, and his only job is PAT field goal block.
Right. Or
we've seen him jump over cars. Certainly could just hop over the guard.
Or
the
Christian
center.
Brown. Christian Brown has big hops too. Have him come scurrying off the edge. Doing that. And then leap and just
be a leaper.
Be a leaper. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Hey, looking for your Bronco leftovers from the game. Things that maybe slipped through the cracks yesterday, as we were talking about some of the obvious stuff, but things you want to bring to our attention, everyone else's attention. Hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Guys, impressions of the Chargers and Raiders, especially the Chargers as we get, set to play them this week. Did you get a chance to stay up and watch the whole game? Or
watch the whole game? I've got the Raiders. I couldn't watch the whole game. As soon as we went to halftime, Papa Bear was a little bit sleepy.
That's right. You got the Raiders this week, right?
Yeah. Did you stay and watch it?
I made it till halftime.
Yeah, that's where I made it.
Yeah.
Halftime, and then I was a little bit too tired.
But by that point, we had pretty much seen what was going to happen.
Yeah.
There wasn't much happening in the second half. So, what
just real quick, Mark, I mean, have you seen a schedule where a team plays their first 3 games in division?
No.
I mean, the Chargers, their first 3 games of the season are all in division. I've never seen it before.
I haven't either.
They have a chance to be 3-0 and 3-0 in the division and have the tiebreakers on every team in the division.
Yeah.
After 3 weeks.
I've never seen it. 3 weeks, you could have gone. I mean, it could go either way, right? You could be out of it after 3 weeks, or you can be firmly in control. And right now, at 2-0, leading the division, they're firmly in control. So it's huge, like absolutely a huge game. But no, I have never seen that. You always used to start. We always started with somebody that was out of division. It's almost like a warm-up game. So, they play in Brazil, right? Game 1, they beat the Chargers. Then last week, Chiefs, Then this week, they beat the Raiders. And then obviously next week, they've got the Broncos. So, I've never seen it. I haven't.
The Chargers win. Herbert, 19-27, 242 yards. They didn't have any ground game. You think we don't have a ground game? Najee Harris, 8 carries for 28 yards. Omarion Hampton, 8 carries for 24 yards. So, but they did play well defensively, forcing Geno Smith into 3 interceptions. Mark, just early observations of the Chargers, your Chargers. Mm-hmm. Your Chargers.
Yeah.
Your Chargers that you feel so strongly about.
Come on.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, some people are brilliant. Yeah. Some people are really smart.
Are you already taking your victory lap?
No. I mean, the Broncos Broncos. No, well, I mean, I said the Chargers were going to be better. And here they sit atop the division after a whopping 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And they can't run the ball. I mean, last year they were running the. Now
Yeah.
you look up and Mike, your guy Keenan Allen's balling. The guy that couldn't catch last year, Quentin Johnson, he's having big games. And then of course, Mr. Steady himself, McConkey, doing his thing.
McConkey,
Man, he took his helmet off. He has like a big tuft of hair up there. I love McConkey. I love watching that guy.
But this is a
So
fascinating
Stoke,
game.
I call him Little Stoke in my house.
I'm so jealous that the Chargers have one.
Yeah,
they do.
I am.
They do.
And he is so good.
They do have one. They have somebody from the fraternity. We got to get somebody from the fraternity. This is as much as, you guys and, everyone talks about, hey, the first few weeks of the NFL season, everyone's trying to work out the kinks. This is, to me, a huge gut check game for the Broncos because you're coming off a heartbreaking loss. First of all, show us what you're made of in terms of being able to bounce back from a loss like that. You're taking on a Chargers team that beat you twice last year. You're taking on a Chargers team that, as you guys have perfectly pointed out, are this close, are one win over the Broncos from taking already a hammerlock grip on this division just 3 weeks in. We're going to learn a lot about the Broncos this week because this is one where you got to show you can bounce back. And Sean has said, if you want to get to the goals you want to have this year, which is to be a legitimate deep in the playoff contender in the AFC, he talks about the importance of winning that division. You don't beat the Chargers this week. The Chargers have really set themselves up nice. So big gut check for the Broncos. We're going to learn a lot about this team.
At SoFi, right?
At SoFi.
And then obviously Khalil Mack went out with an elbow dislocation or something last night?
Yeah, that looked bad.
Yeah.
Hate seeing those things. Bad.
Yeah, that'll get you.
They're on a short week, which is good for the Broncos.
Yep.
But they are at home. Tough test this week. I mean, they're going to be well coached. Beat us twice last year. We had it. We had that game in SoFi last year and just gave it away. Kind of reminds me of what we did against the Colts. So started fast last year and just kind of gave that football game away. So, but yeah, early test for the Broncos. I mean, we'll see what must win. Where he's at.
I'm not saying Mr. Must-Win.
I'm telling you, if you're over there in Dove Valley, what an unbelievable opportunity you have, right? To wash the taste out of your mouth. You got an extra day on the Chargers from preparation standpoint and a healing standpoint. Wash that taste out of your mouth. Go on the road, and if you can beat the team that leads the division right now, you are leading the division. To me, it's one of those, what an unbelievable opportunity. And to overcome a team that beat us twice last year, and Jim Harbaugh, a guy that a lot of people wanted here. So this is a big time AFC West matchup with two of the best teams in this division.
Yep. I mean,
the two best teams in the division.
If you want a chance to win the division, a lot of people talking about, hey, it could be the Broncos' year to win the division and overtake the Chiefs. You got to win this one. I think you really have to win this one if you want to take that next step to be legit AFC West contenders and try to win the division.
All right, so you're telling me, both of you, then, when I came out Monday morning and said this loss to the Colts really bothers me because it shows that they're not yet ready right now to be taken seriously as an AFC contender threat. Now you're saying this game will show us if they're a serious AFC threat, and if they don't win, you'll have your doubts?
No, that's not what I said. Again, I don't think you listened.
Well, you talk about this massive. You talk about this. You talk about
an opportunity.
You talk about this. All right,
to win the division.
What if
to win the division, not to win the AFC, to win the division because of where the Chargers are and where you're at. So if you want to win the division, if you want to be that team that takes that next step to win the division and overtake the Chiefs And the Chargers are at the top right now, and they got a 2-game lead. They're 2-0 in the division and with their record. And if you don't beat them, they'll be 3-0. So I don't know if you can overcome that.
All right, that's
win the division.
That's what I want to get to then. So you believe that this game, if you have any real designs on winning the division, that you've been given an opportunity that you have to take advantage, and if you don't, Mark, then you got to really question whether or not this team can win the division. Not saying they can't make the playoffs,
right?
But win the division.
Yeah, if you're sitting at 1-2 and you're 0-1 in your own division, do you still have a chance? Yeah, but you're going to have to sweep pretty much from that point forward, because of how the Chargers started with Kansas City, with the Raiders, and then with the Broncos. So yeah, it becomes you're still chasing playoffs, but Stoke has got a great point. To win the division, this becomes an imperative game. You still could do it depending on injuries and what happens go down the road, and how you play. But this would be a big step forward in the winning division.
All right, so let me get both of you on record now.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, I want the tie.
My record. I've already.
Ty, let's
get the pie charts, the percentages out.
No pie charts.
I'm not doing percentages.
No pie charts. I want this on record right now. Are both of you saying that in order to win the division, this is a must-win?
Yes.
Wow. No, I didn't say. I said you still could potentially. What?
But
Yes
or
no?
no?
All things being all.
You start talking about
yes
injuries and things like that.
Okay, all things being equal, if everybody stays healthy throughout the rest of it, yes, it's a must-win.
Okay.
It's a divisional must-win.
There's no fine print. It's a yes or no. Come on, Evans.
All right.
Hold them accountable.
All right.
You're trying to have some wiggle room there. Come on.
Well, there is wiggle room.
No wiggle room. It's a yes or no. There's no fine print on this.
Come on,
man up. And
Come on.
I'm not worried about injuries
spine.
or
spine. Come
thank
on.
you.
What do you got? Yes or no? Is it a must-win if you're going to win the division?
Yes.
Okay.
Finally.
There you go.
Yes.
Was that so hard?
Gosh.
Yeah, because there's
shouldn't have
things
been.
that could happen.
Oh,
Well,
stop.
see, here we go. Now,
Shut
what
off
do
his
you-
microphone.
turn
Shut off
it
his
off.
microphone. Shut
Turn
off
it
his
off.
microphone.
Man, you can't shut off my microphone.
Turn it off, Ty.
You can. You can most certainly do that.
Yes,
All right.
I think you did.
Tele-illustrator Tuesday with
Mark.
Mark.
Are you there?
Oh, Ty, you grow a spine. Next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Hey, your boy Stink here. I recently was talking to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. It went from one of the hottest markets that we've ever seen to being a declining market. And, there's inventory, but there's not a lot of buyers out there right now. But if you're thinking about selling your house right now, this might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee in 2025. All right, if he can't sell your house at the price you agree upon, plus the timeline that you guys agree upon, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. He makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 buyers right now ready to buy. All you have to do is give him a call, 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, he can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. So call Troy, get your home sold for the most money, 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford, a RE/MAX professional, is a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Injured in an accident? Don't settle for empty promises. Postman Law delivers fast, easy, and effective results. Our attorneys have recovered over $3 billion for clients across the country. Founded by nationally recognized attorneys, we bring elite legal power to personal injury cases, fighting to get you the justice and compensation you deserve. Call 844-POSTMAN now for your free consultation. That's 844-POSTMAN.
Stokley here from my friends at 5280 Waste Solutions of Denver. Unhappy with your home or business trash and recycling service? Need a temporary dumpster for a project? Call 5280 Waste Solutions at 303-529-2329. Colorado isn't just where they work, it's home. They guarantee swift, on-time pickup for residential and commercial customers. Make the switch and get reliable local service you can count on. Go to 5280waste.com. 5280 Waste Solution, your hometown brand.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service. Yep, we'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you. Which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 10/21/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of 1 unlimited intra-line applied via 12 monthly internet bill credits. 1 discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data and service series. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Q1 to Q2 2025.
Guys, this sports season, it's game on. It's Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got a winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events. Female patients also eligible. For more information, visit trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
This is Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. If you've struggled with weight loss, it's time for something real. We use GLP-1 medications from licensed U.S. pharmacies at full strength, never from unknown or online sources. Your program is overseen by a real doctor with in-clinic care and telemedicine options. Best of all, we're offering a free consultation so you can get started risk-free. Experience real weight loss results for under $300 a month. Visit denverregen.com to book your free consult. That's denverregen.com.
Utter nonsense.
This thing has gone totally off the rails.
Some Cajun seasoning.
Gree-gree?
And the occasional anatomy lesson.
Yeah, we're tight.
Okay.
We're like tired of mouse nuts.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We'll have a Tele-illustrator Tuesday with Mark coming up in about 15 minutes. But getting some of the leftovers out there from what we maybe didn't talk about as much in the aftermath of the game yesterday. One thing for me, guys, Evan Ingram. Why Evan Ingram hasn't been more involved. This was a celebrating signing. There was the instant anointing of him as the new Joker in Sean's offense, and we know how much Sean loves his Joker, and yet not only is he making very little impact on the offense, just 1 catch for 12 yards the other day, but it's not like he's even a huge part of the personnel packages, as he was only in on 40% of the snaps the other day. We had Mike Kliss, our 9 News Bronco insider, on earlier in the show, who tried to shed some light on what's going on with Ingram. Oh no!
No!
Now wait a minute. Now that's
Again.
on that one's not on me.
Well, who is it?
Ty, you want to pop on here?
Oh, my goodness. Man,
That's not on me.
man.
I'm not going to take the blame for that one.
I could have sworn I plugged it in.
I could have sworn I plugged it
You
in.
unplugged it, and then why did you unplug it? You have to unplug it to put stuff in it?
Because when you plug it in, it makes a little sound that goes out over air.
Yeah, so as an operator, shouldn't you look at that bulb before you tee
Yes,
something up?
yes.
Right?
Okay.
As the person that's setting it up, you got to make sure everything is ready to go.
Here's what I'm going to do that Sean did not do yesterday, okay? Sean fell on his sword for his player and his coaches.
You're going to point the finger?
I'm pointing the finger.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, let me just say this. to your point, Stoke, it's like quarterback operation, right? If your receiver trots out and he's on the wrong side of the formation, right, and you're calling bunch and he gets into doubles, you're like, no, come over here. Oh, you're in the bunch formation over here. We want 3 guys.
You got to fix it.
Yeah, you got to fix it. So you didn't look at operationally. You did not perform as quarterback.
It's stunning. You two, as former players, why don't you? I hate to go all McDaniels on you, but do your job. Do your job.
So
and
who is your job?
Making bleep up.
Who would Mike Evans? Because we called you the Adam Troutman of the show when we were doing trivia. Yeah. What kind of quarterback? Who's a quarterback? Mike is Mike Evans.
No,
it's got to be
Will
a
Levis.
backup or a third.
Will
Levis.
Am I giving off
Will
Russ?
Levis?
Am I giving off Russ vibes right now? Remember, I always love you telling the story about when you were doing production meeting with Russ, and you were like, what do you need to be better at?
Yeah. Well, we need to get in the red zone. No, that's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. You give me 2 things that you're not doing well that you need to do better. Well, listen, when the offense gets well, we have you're not a French waiter. We. You. Give me a you. You're the Mark Sanchez.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah. Training camp pick 6. Training camp pick 6. Every day there was a pick 6.
Man, that
Spiking the ball on 4th down.
That one stung. You know, he went to Paris with his mom and was reading flashcards while they were on vacation. Remember that one? Remember that story when he was going to be the Broncos quarterback, how he was trying to pick up the offense, and he went to Europe, and his mom was quizzing him on the offense with flashcards there in Paris. Okay, here's Kliss on Ingram.
I know everyone made a big deal about Ingram, but Troutman's still the starter, and he's still the number 1 tight end. And Sean Payton's offense is that way. You know, you need the tight end to block, and Ingram is a receiver. I'm surprised by the lack of targets also. I don't know if he's not getting open into the flood. You know, Bo Nix is getting his receivers. Ingram's not getting the catches, but Troy Franklin is. Maybe that's the difference, but you know, they made a big deal about the Joker, and the Joker hasn't been getting much action.
Mike's been listening to Mark. He said the flood. He hasn't been to get open in the flood.
Yeah.
Gotta love throwing the flood in there. It's like the mess point. So can't wait to hear the mess point today, Mark.
Yeah, listen, you keep just picking away, pick.
No, I think Kliss did make a good point there. During this week or last week, you know, Ingram was questionable with the calf, so you don't know how much you're going to get out of him. Troutman being the starter, okay, I get it, but Troutman's not a good blocker. Let's not fool ourselves here. He's not a good blocker. He doesn't manhandle people in the run game. So he's kind of average at everything, sometimes below average. But yeah, I'd like to see Evan Ingram become more of a focal point of the offense. Now you see them designing some plays for Troy Franklin out there. Now, will we, as the season progresses, will we see more plays designed to get the football in Evan Ingram's hands?
That'll be interesting. You know, you go back and watch that film of Indianapolis and watch Warren and how many different places they lined Warren up, and all of a sudden he's kind of the X away from, into the boundary, away from a 3-man formation. He's one-on-one, with he's one-on-one with Surtain, or they get him in the slot and they run him across the field. They ran him out of the backfield on kind of a little hide in an over route, and they got matched up against Singleton, and they won that one. So
did they do any floods?
I'm sure they had a few floods out there. A few floods. Flood one area of the field, a straight linear progression with a go and maybe a bench and let something in the flat.
That's hot.
Yeah, that is hot. But
the bench.
But I'm with you, Stoke. Like, all right, if we're like the Joker's become a joke.
Yeah.
Like, don't give me all the Joker stuff, and then we don't get him in an advantageous matchup, or we don't use him in outside the numbers on a single side and say, hey man, we're going to isolate you and have an ISO route, for you, and we're just going to work you on a corner or on a safety or whoever they run out there with you. So it'd be nice to see some of that. Nice to see him get a little bit more action out there.
Yeah, and I think every game takes a life of its own, and every game plan is designed a little bit differently. So I think this week the focal point was running the football, and that's not his strength, obviously. So I think we'll start seeing him highlighted more, to your point, Mark, trying to move him all over the football field, see what kind of matchups you get for him. But so far, yeah, it's been underwhelming.
But the other thing, if he had a calf, it's harder to line him up out there as an X and say, hey, we want you to run a go, or we want you to run, a slant, or we want you to, at some point you're like, hey, man, we're managing your calf, so we're just going to run you on a bunch of spot routes over the ball, sit down over the ball, a basic sit down over the ball. There's not as many deep routes or as many single one-on-one matchups. You're really just running spacing concepts at that point if you're trying to conserve the guy's calf. So I don't know, but you said week 1, right? He had a little bit of a calf injury? So
he left. Yeah, he left the game.
Yeah. So, that could be part of it as well.
I know that Sean himself has made a big deal about the Joker role in his offense, and he endorsed the idea of Ingram as the Joker. And the moment they signed Ingram, it was like, okay, Sean's got his Joker. But I've always kind of been like, really, this is your ultimate form of a Joker? Because he talks about a running back or receiver or tight end that is a threat as a runner and in the passing game. And to me, the ultimate Joker, if you look at Sean's history, is a guy like Alvin Kamara, okay? Or even a Darren Sproles,
Darren
right?
Sproles, right.
What about Evan Ingram's past makes you look at him as the true definition of a Joker? You're talking about a guy who, okay, yeah, he's a prolific pass catcher, but in his now 7th year in the league, he's run the ball a total of 16 times.
Well, I think Joker's defined a little bit differently for a tight end compared to a running back. Running back, you can use them to run the ball and catch the ball, move them all over the field. Joker for like a tight end or receiver, you're not going to run the ball with Evan Ingram all that much, but you're going to move him all over the football field.
Yeah.
Just move him all over. He's going to be inside, he's going to be outside, he's going to be on the left, he's going to be on the right. You're just going to move him all over the field, and you're trying to get good matchups for yourself. You're trying to get him matched up on linebackers and safeties.
That's fine, but I think then if you're going to talk about Sean having his classic Joker, I think it's a running back then. I don't think it's a tight end.
I think that would be the perfect.
The preference would be, if you had a Darren Sproles or you had a Kamara. I mean, those guys just don't grow on trees. They're pretty special.
Yeah, but how did it work out with like Jeremy Shockey and Jimmy Graham? It worked pretty good.
Well, that's having then, to your point, it's having a tight end who's multiple, and you can do different things. But if you're talking about the true Joker role in Sean's offense,
the Joker was Taysom Hill was a quarterback / do it all.
But what I'm saying is,
a versatile player,
but I don't get Joker vibes when I watch Evan Ingram.
Well, just give it some time. You said he missed some practice time this week, right? So, I mean, I think if he would have got 4 or 5 more reps, you probably would have seen the Joker roll.
Where is it? I don't have it. It's not on my board anymore.
Wow, that's dope. That's strong. That was strong. Hey, when you think of the Joker, you think of Steve Miller Band?
Huh?
I said, when you think of the Joker, do you think of the Steve Miller Band?
Oh.
I'm a Joker. I'm a Joker. I'm a midnight. Get my music on the run. Do you think of that? Or when you think of Joker, what's the first thing that pops in your mind? Is it Jokic?
Yes.
What's the second thing that pops into your mind when you think of Joker?
Batman.
What's the third thing?
Third thing?
Kamara.
Really?
Yes.
See, I would go Steve Miller Band.
Whoop, woo. Coming up, Tele-illustrator Tuesday. Let's see if Sting can come anywhere close to matching the high-level performance put out by Stoke earlier. That's next.
Is a key offseason acquisition for the Broncos already being forgotten about?
I'm not expecting much from Dre Greenlaw all year, and so I'm setting the bar really low. Hopefully he can return at some point. He just can't stay healthy. He hasn't been healthy since he's been here.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
More confidence, more ambition, and increased desire to be active and healthy. These are just some of the benefits that come with getting your hair back. If you're tired of that expanding bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning hair, and you want to do something about it, contact the amazing team at Advanced Hair Restoration. Start with a free consultation with Advanced Hair. Learn all about their quick and easy one-day hair loss solution that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it's even guaranteed to grow. All you have to do, choose how much hair and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest with the latest technology. Legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls and her all-star team. Getting your hair back does change your life. Take it from me. 20 years ago, I had this done. Yes, with Dr. Tanya Pauls herself. My hair grew back and continues to grow 2 decades later. Winner of Westward's Best of Denver 2 years in a row. And right now, for a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
I do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens, the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Embers Golf, where your passion meets the green.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Tele-illustrator Tuesday, presented by Colorado Credit Union.
John Elway
Mike, that was a bootleg pass. We talked about the cross, and remember I said how they run those crosses on you? They run those crosses, then you jump up on those crosses, and they get that post in behind you.
Where Stoke and Stink use exclusive game film each week to take you inside the Broncos game plan.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Tele-illustrator Tuesday, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. And before you get into the Broncos defense, let's set the stage. We know it was a rough day for the defense. Gave up 470 yards of total offense. Here was Sean Payton breaking down what he saw.
They averaged 9.8 yards on first down. They obviously came out throwing to run. We busted some fire zone coverages. You know, late in the game, we did a better job of peeling on the running back in certain looks. But early in the game, we've got the runner coming out of the backfield uncovered. It's the second week in a row that we've allowed points on the first drive of a game. That's concerning.
That's what he saw. What'd you see?
Yeah, well, I saw a team that right off the bat, they attacked the middle of the football field. So they saw something in their breakdown of the Broncos that they could take advantage of. The shallow crossing routes, getting guys matched up either on Jones, the safety, or on our linebackers and run those crossers. And they did that consistently. The first completion of the game, I believe, to Downs, it was Danny Dimes dropping back. It took a little bit. That developed a little bit slower. The Colts did a really good job, but Danny bought himself a little bit of time and hit Downs on the crosser versus Jones. And that's kind of how it started, Mike. And then I thought they did a phenomenal job of understanding protection. One, I thought both their tackles played really well, but they used tight ends and tight formations with chips to make sure they helped their tackles out a little bit. Inside three, they didn't need to help. With the guys they have inside, they needed no help. Those guys locked it down inside against our guys inside, but they did a great job of helping chip, and then just man-to-man, their tackles dominate our edge rushers. That's all I can tell you. They dominated our edge rushers on a consistent basis. And then from a game plan standpoint, after they attacked us in the middle of the football field, they had a couple of really nice plays. One where they got Warren locked up on the linebacker, Singleton, out of the backfield. Then all of a sudden he's lined up wide. Then he's in the slot, and they are attacking that coverage. They're blocking guys up on that line of scrimmage. And then they did a really good job of mixing things up. They went from play pass 7-man protection to quick game on quick outs with everybody out. Then all of a sudden they go to the boot keep game off the play action. They boot Danny outside the backside, run those crossers for people to be right in his face. So they just consistently changed things up. And then every time they ran the ball on first down, they would break a tackle. So you've got it locked up with Jonathan Taylor. You've got it locked up for a 2-yard gain, and it ends up busting out for 5 because he breaks the tackle. So they were completely on point. And then later in the game, as the game progressed, they got one-on-one matchups on the outside. When they got one-on-one on the outside, they took advantage of it. And it didn't matter if it was Surtain. They threw the comebacks on Surtain. It didn't matter. They didn't care who it was. They were going to do that. And then to Sean's point, several times early in that game, I think it was the 5th play of the game, they run a motion across the formation. They run man-to-man, and they leak the back out. He swings out. Now, they don't throw it to him, Mike. They don't throw it to him, but they realize in that man-to-man, Singleton had a hard time getting through that traffic. So then on that long one and on the touchdown, they did the exact same thing and left him wide open twice. On the long one, I think it was whatever it was, 40-yard completion to Jonathan Taylor. They got a pick on Singleton, and that went right down the sideline. And then on the touchdown, I think Stokes said it the other day. I believe it was Moss who busted that because everybody else was in zone. He was the one guy that was playing man-to-man, and nobody was in the flat. There was no flat defender. So I thought they did a great job of mixing things up, of changing protections, of mixing the quick game with the 2-man route game on the play pass with 7 guys in protection, 8 guys in protection, and then all their boot stuff and all their run action, play action stuff. I just thought it was a masterful job of coaching.
Now, were you surprised that their inside guys had so much success against our inside guys? Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, DJ Jones, etc., that group that we have inside, because I feel pretty good about our group. Were you surprised that they did such a good job against our interior guys?
I was Stoke, but I was more surprised at how many one-on-ones they had on the edge with their 2 tackles. I don't even know who their 2 tackles, what their names are. It's 72 and 79. But those dudes locked it up, and they did a really nice job as well using the tight ends, getting tight end matchups that they wanted, and using them not only in the passing game but late leak out stuff. It was just a masterful job of mixing in screens, mixing in like I said, quick game, mixing in the longer pass play, the play action stuff. I just thought it was a really, really good game, and then. Vance Joseph bringing dogs and bringing 5-man rushes, and they consistently, Danny Ives found the man-to-man, the matchup that he liked, and he picked us apart.
All right, that's a great breakdown, and it leads to a lot of questions for me that I want to get into, starting with, it sounds like you're very, very complimentary of Shane Steichen's offensive game plan. Then I want to know if you were down on the way that Vance Joseph either was not prepared for it or didn't adjust properly. That's next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Hey guys, let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery, how about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best part. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. That's right, same-day appointments. They'll see you today. They're a phone call away, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Complete Medical Center. They got MRIs, exams, physical therapy, treatment options, all in one facility. I loved it. I sat down with their doctors. I said, here's why you're in pain. Here's what we're going to do to help alleviate that pain. A couple of treatments later, man, I was doing things I hadn't done in years. I was in the gym yesterday working out, felt great. I tell you what, it's changed my life because, if you suffer with excruciating back pain or neck pain, it checks you out of life. You just get to the point where I'm not going to go work out. Oh, my buddies want to play golf? No, not today. My back hurts too bad. Oh, we want to go to the zoo and walk around for 3 hours? I can't do that, man. I'll be crippled. I can't sleep through the night. All those things, gone. They're a thing of the past, and it's all because of my guys at Spine One. Do yourself a favor. Call them. Start your journey today. 303-367-2225. Don't live in pain any longer. 303-367-BACK, or find them online at spineone.com.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, Stoke here for my friends at Trajan Wealth. If you're thinking about retirement or already in it, you know how important it is to have a plan that gives you peace of mind. That's where Trajan Wealth comes in. Their fiduciary advisors have decades of experience helping people just like you navigate the ever-changing financial landscape. They'll sit down with you face-to-face or virtually and walk you through your goals, your concerns, and your options. Here's the best part. Consultations are complimentary. That's right. No pressure, no obligation, just smart advice from a family-owned, veteran-led firm that puts your needs first. When you make money, they make more money. That's how fiduciaries work. Offices are conveniently located in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Call 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
It's your last chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltar Motors. This month, get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com to get the EV you want before they are gone. Siltar Motors has got the best location, the biggest EV selection in Denver, and the most competitive pricing in Colorado. Siltar Motors will deliver everything you want out of a dealership.
Ace Hardware at Mississippi and Havana in Aurora. Store closure sale. All inventory 30 to 40% off, including a full line of Steel, Milwaukee, DeWalt Power Tools, Big Green Egg, Traeger and Weber grills. Great selection of Ego, Toro, Ariens and Craftsman lawnmowers, snowplows, and so much more. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
There's a photo my wife took of me, sitting crisscross on the floor playing Legos with my boys. Might not sound like much, but back in 2020, I couldn't get down there without pain, let alone enjoy it. After 16 weeks on soda and 82 pounds gone, that picture means everything. It's proof that I'm not just present in my kid's life, but I'm active, engaged, and I'm healthy. Soda didn't just give me a plan. It gave me a partner, a personal nutritionist who helped me every step. Through grocery store trips, family vacations, late night cravings, you name it. If you're a parent who wants to be there, not just someday, but right now, go to sodaweightloss.com. Click the Request a Nutritionist callback. That's sodaweightloss.com. SOTA stands for state of the art. Sodaweightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Donnie here with Fitness Gallery. I'm thrilled to invite you to our biggest event of the season, the summer clearance sale happening right now at all 7 of our Colorado locations. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. These deals end soon.
Prime Big Deal Days are coming October 7th and 8th. Save up to 40% on items you've been eyeing. It's the perfect time to shop and save big.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Passive aggression.
Oh, Mark. Sweet, naive, childlike Mark.
Culinary techniques.
So you got the crawfish, you got the tail, you pinch, twist, and some people like to slurp it. You're a slurper.
And backhanded apologies.
You know what? I would like to officially apologize to you, Mike. You were right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. You're skinny. I'm fat.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Mark, you did a great job on your Tele-illustrator Tuesday, as did Stoke. Your most recent one in explaining what the Colts did so well offensively and the Broncos did not do defensively was really good, but it led to this one on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. What the heck? Nobody wants to hear Stink talk about how good the Colts were. We, the listener, want to hear why the Broncos were so bad. And Stink saying that 2 no-name tackles just shut down our $40 million outside linebackers is unacceptable and not an explanation. Yeah, so while you're showering the Colts with praise for not only their game plan but their execution, what about that? What about our high-priced defensive guys, our high-priced edge rushers, Jonathan Cooper, Nick Bonito, our high-priced guys inside, Zach Allen, DJ Jones? Why'd they get locked up?
I just told you why they got locked up, because the Colts did a phenomenal job. Okay, if you want to say, hey, here we go, we're going to get the blame pie. Do you want to say that Vance Joseph got out-coached?
Or our players just didn't win?
Our players didn't win. So you're bringing, like, there's a difference between bringing dogs and bringing blitzes. Dog, to me, is a 5-man rush, right? 5-0. Our 5 have your 5. The Colts or the Broncos did that several times, and guess what? We did not win. We didn't win our one-on-ones. When you have a 5-man protection, right, you got to win your one-on-ones. And, if it's 5 versus 6 because they keep the back in, then you've got guys locked up on the edge that you're getting at least one of our edge guys that you're paying a lot of money to, you're getting one-on-one. And those guys did not affect the quarterback. They didn't. And so when I tell you pass pro, to me, pass protection has a lot to do with how you call plays. And what I tell you, quick game, ball's out. You're not going to get there anyhow. So there was quick game. Then there was run action, play action. What is run action, play action? Where you go fake 18 handoff, boot out the backside. You always have like a pin flat, somebody in the flat that's instant. Just throw it to the tight end, let him get 4 or 5 yards. Then you have an over route, from a tight end on the backside, and he's right there as your intermediate play. And then you got something deep. The flood, the Mike Kliss flood. Okay, you've got those things. So they did that. Are you protected? Yeah, because you're running the ball away, you're affecting the defense running away, and you're pinning that backside defensive end, and then you release it. So you're getting your quarterback outside with room to run. Okay, so there's that. Then all of a sudden you say, hey, man, we want to take a little deeper shot. How are we going to take a deeper shot? Let's go play pass. Let's keep 7 guys in. Let's lock them up with our 7 guys in. We'll leak somebody out. We'll keep 8 guys in. We'll leak somebody out late, but we're going to take a shot on that. So they did all these things and then couple that with their run game and how they attacked. You know where they attacked in the run game? They attacked those 2 outside guys. Let's wear these guys out, right, with our quick game. Let's wear these guys out with our run action.
You're talking about Benito and Cooper.
Yeah, then let's wear these guys out with our play pass, where we keep 2 tight ends in one side, so the 2 tight ends are blocking them on one side, and the back is coming and chipping and helping the tackle on the backside. So let's wear them out with that. Then let's run power. And what we're doing with lead power, or G lead, is that backside guard is coming to scramble your brains. Tight ends releasing inside to take a linebacker as opposed to blocking him, and the guard going up for the linebacker. They just switch those responsibilities, and we're getting a 320-pound guard on your little Benito and your little Cooper, and we're going to try to smash his brains in. And so when you look at that, who won the matchup? Well, Steichen won the matchup, and their players won the matchup. So I thought it was a brilliantly executed game plan, and I thought their players did a great job, and our players didn't win. And a lot of that, it's hard to win, Mike, when you execute those things. It's hard because you get how many real true pass rush opportunities in a game. Like if you're really good, like you're getting maybe 10, 12 legit pass rush
especially
opportunities.
In a close game like this where, you're not able to just, put your ears back and eat, right?
So when they got their 12 pass rush opportunities, we did not win. Our players, Benito, Cooper, Allen, our blitzers, did not win.
Was there anything about what the Colts did that now serves as a blueprint for other teams to follow against our defense?
Absolutely. If you're Jim Harbaugh, you're going to look at how you attack those edges in the run game, and you're going to be like, all right, well, they're not they're not taking on the blockers. They're not like when Nelson's coming across the formation or the right guard's coming across the formation to blow you up. Can you go down there and what we call trap the trapper and essentially make that ball spill to the outside where you have help, right? Don't let an inside lane occur because you're catching that pulling guard. Yeah, absolutely. People are going to attack those C gaps and see if they can have some of the same success that the Colts had.
Yeah, I mean, I think styles makes fights, right? I mean, it's matchups is a big deal. Who do you matching up against? And sometimes you got bad matchups for your guys. So maybe their offensive line is just a bad matchup for our defensive line. Not everybody has Jonathan Taylor out there. He's a pretty good running back. I mean, he made a couple guys miss in the backfield. Next thing you know, he's off to the races. So they had a good game plan. Those guys executed it, and it didn't seem like it was a good matchup for us. That's it. You know, I mean, yeah, will teams look at it and say, okay, yeah, let's try this, let's try that, but that doesn't mean they're going to be successful doing it. And you go back to the drawing board, okay, if they do try to do this against us, how are we going to counter that? So I'm not overly concerned that this is some kind of recipe where all these other teams are going to have the success that maybe Indy did because, you know, you got to have the players to be able to go out there and execute it.
Right. And I thought Indy did a really good job using their multiple tight end sets. whether it was Mo Alley Cox or 85, whoever that guy is. They have a bunch of big tight ends. They did a really good job of locking up the edge, to Stokes' point. That might not be what you do. And for the Chargers, you may say, hey, man, we love that power kick-out play, but we don't really run that. Our guards don't really pull like that. We don't so anybody can steal plays, but that to me makes you a play caller, not a designer of offense or an offensive. You know what I mean? So you can steal that, but you don't necessarily know all the nuance involved in that scheme. It's best to stay with what you do well. So again, we'll see, but I'm sure that you're going to take some of those plays and go, hey man, they really struggled with this. They really struggled with the crossing routes. They really got matched up on linebackers and our safeties in these crossers. Let's make sure we run a bunch of that stuff. So you're gonna get some of that because it's in your game plans. You'll probably get some of that stuff.
Yeah, I saw something else. Your friends at Pro Football Focus put this out, where when the Colts targeted their inside linebackers, Sternard and Singleton, when they were the closest guys to the ball, 6 of 6 for 126 yards. So this is not something new. We've talked for years about the Broncos not having inside linebackers who can cover tight ends, cover running backs, all that. And it sounds like, especially with Dre Greenlaw out, it's still a huge problem.
Yeah, well, it was definitely there was definitely that part of the game plan they exposed, and they attacked that middle of the football field a bunch in this game. And let me just say that Danny Dimes was freaking awesome. That dude played exceptionally well. You look at that, is he going to make every come on, you're not going to make every throw, but you know what he did? I mean, he pretty much made every throw.
So I guess at the end of the day, Stoke, because whenever you lose a game like this, and I know how the general fan thinks, is you want to put it on coaching. You want to put it on coaching, and if the game plan was only better or if the adjustments were better, it would have been a different outcome. I know why fans say those things, because it's much easier to think that it was just the coach's fault rather than admitting that your players just got beat. But it's what I'm hearing is that, especially on what we saw from our defensive players just got beat. And it had very little to do with coaching and schemes and adjustments. Our guys got beat.
Well, I mean, you want schemes to be able to, help your personnel out, right? And I don't know exactly what kind of adjustments were made. Some of them were blown coverages. But eventually you just got to say, all right, Pat Surtain, you got Alec Pierce, one-on-one.
It's 3rd and 6.
Right, one-on-one. It's man-to-man. So, can you cover him or can you not cover him? That's pretty simple, right? As a player, you got to go out there and get the job done. It's like, yeah, you want to put them in the best possible position to be successful if you're a coach, but eventually it's like me against you. Yeah. I got to win.
Right.
And that's the way that I look at it. We talk about all this stuff, right? And Mark broke it down nicely, and you talk about, how their offensive line kind of manhandled us up front in the middle and all these different things. The Broncos still should have won that stinking football game. We talk about all this stuff, and Danny Dimes did this, and Pat Surtain played one of his worst games in a Broncos uniform, and the Broncos still should have won that football game.
Yeah, I think one thing, just one takeaway, because I thought Indianapolis did a really good job of mixing it up, keeping us off balance, attacking weaknesses, but there were plenty of opportunities where Vance Joseph attacked protection and got one-on-one for one of his best pass rushers. And guess what? Shutout.
Better.
We're taking your Bronco leftovers from the game on Sunday, things that maybe slipped through the cracks. We'd love to hear from you, your takes, your observations, your impressions. Give them to us. RamosLaw.com, text line 303-713-1043. That's next.
Dover and Cecil.
The right decision is announcing Julian Lewis as the starting quarterback the rest of the season. The answer is Julian Lewis. Stop playing these stupid games. You're not winning anything this year with Caden Salter or Ryan Staub. Let's develop Julian Lewis so that we don't waste next year either.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Hopefully your Tuesday is off to a great start. I know that mine is. Can't wait for the rest of the week. If you've been dealing with ED, you're probably not having a great week. You want the right treatments for your specific medical situation. This is what I love about my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to come up with a plan for you and find the right treatment. That can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. They have treatments when pills or herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they successfully have treated tens of thousands of men. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you: Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Colorado Springs, and oh, by the way, they got a new and improved office right in the Rock. That's right, in Castle Rock. Call my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900. Or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Zach. Winter's coming. Don't wait. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the snow flies. 15-year low-interest financing with no prepayment penalty. Call now for your free quote and see how low your payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
I'm Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. If you're ready to lose weight safely and effectively, we prescribe real GLP-1 medications at standard dosages from licensed U.S. pharmacies, not half-strength drugs from unknown or online sources. Your care is managed by a real medical doctor at a real clinic with telemedicine available. And right now, we're offering a free consultation to help you get started. See real results for under $300 a month. Schedule your free consult today at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love, because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect at Thrivent.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Delusional confidence. I'm tougher than Mark. Strong detective work.
Something was way off with him, like some kind of bad gummy bear or something. I don't know. It was just
gummy bear. And personal hygiene.
Holy Moses, this guy's excited about showering.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right. It has been a very, I love Tele-illustrator Tuesday. Whether it was Stoke breaking down why Troy Franklin had such a terrific game, or Mark breaking down why the Broncos defense struggled. Hey, you learn a lot. They put on a masterclass in explaining what's going on out there on Sunday. I think it makes you a better, more informed Bronco fan, football fan, and I love it. So let's get some reactions, some of the Bronco leftovers from Sunday. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Here's one. Typical Evans. Coaches are just there to collect a paycheck and nothing else. All right. That's, while I appreciate the snark, always love good snark, come on. That's a lazy take, and you know it. My stance has always been 100% consistent forever. Coaching matters. Players matter more. And I think that when things don't go well, it's funny. When things go well, we love to shower the players with praise. When things don't go well, we tend to put it on the coaches. I don't care what the sport is. In this town, if things don't go well, it's Malone's fault. It's Bednar's fault. It's Sean Payton's fault. I don't buy it. Most of the time, it still comes down to the players. And, Mark, that's why I enjoyed your breakdown. It sounds like when it comes to what we saw from the defense, Broncos' best players they didn't win. They didn't show up. They didn't win. And it's why the Broncos lost.
When you look at there was two consistent kind of things that happen on big plays. That 3rd down and 6 you talked about, when you're in a trail technique, you don't bubble over the screen, you don't bubble over the pick. You can't play downhill on that. So you're behind the receiver on the Surtain 3rd down and 6 that got converted. Like, you're behind. When that guy catches it, he's going to fall forward for a first down. Like, that was one of the things that happened. Twice, as you're motioning across the formation or you're motioning out of the backfield, Singleton gets hung up on a pick. He tries to go underneath it or tries to, lately bubble over the top, and he can't get out there to cover the running back. So they saw it once early. They didn't throw it that time. They were like, oh, catalog that. Having a tough time figuring out where to go over, when to go. He's late. Let's run that. You don't want to, on a prime 3rd down and 2, and see if we can't get a big play. And they got it. Like, that's great coaching by them, and that is us as a football team or players not adjusting to potential issues and potential problems. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. Ultimately, there were plenty of opportunities to make plays. We just didn't make enough of them. And to Stokes' point, we had it won. We forced them at the end to kick a 60-yard field goal. They miss, and we get some ticky-tack foul.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where now I just look at it and you just hope that you can learn from those mistakes and correct those mistakes and be better. And just because it happened last Sunday doesn't mean it's going to happen this Sunday. It's all about matchups and game planning, and we'll have a different game plan this week, and hopefully we execute it a little bit better. But there were some positives there. My breakdown was Troy Franklin.
Yep.
But also, hey, Pat Bryant got his first couple catches of the season. That was good to see. I like our group that we have right now. I like our top 4 guys. I want to see more Pat Bryant, but the emergence of Troy Franklin to go along with Courtland Sutton, sprinkle in a little Marvin Mims and Pat Bryant. I don't know where Sherfield fits in this thing. I really don't need to see much of him anymore. Honestly,
I'm getting a little Jordan Humphrey vibes from him.
No, I'm getting old boy from the Lions, Reynolds.
Okay,
Reynolds last year, where all of a sudden you look up and they just flat out released him. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but
I think they call that a Reynolds rap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's pretty good.
Hey, you like that?
No, that was really good.
Yeah,
Especially for you. Yes.
You like that?
Yes. I'm surprised you're not dying, laughing, falling out of your chair like you normally do. That's what you normally do. And I thought that was actually good.
Yeah, Reynolds rap. Yeah, that's a Reynolds rap.
Normally when I laugh like that, it's 100% authentic. I don't do the fake media laugh. All right, I'll do a fake media laugh. Go ahead, say Reynolds rap again.
They call that inside the building. They call that a Reynolds rap.
There's a difference.
Whoa.
That didn't get me.
Wow.
That wasn't.
You probably went over.
That wasn't natural.
This would be the first time this ever happened. It probably went over your head. Yeah. Nothing's ever gone over your head. Not that head.
Hey, trust me. If you're funny, I'll laugh. That wasn't funny.
No. I want to finish my. So I don't know about Sherfield, but I want to start seeing more Pat Bryant. That's why we traded Vele.
Yep.
Okay, so this thing is opened up, for all the people crying about the Vele trade. I don't know how many is he. What's going on down there in New Orleans, but for Vele, right? I mean, I think it was some people here on this station that were, oh my gosh, how do we trade Vele? But you look at the emergence of Troy Franklin. Well, that's why Vele's gone.
Don't worry.
Oh, you mean him?
Wait, who?
Oh, what?
What?
His ceiling is established.
Wait, what?
No.
Oh, no.
Zach, was that you?
Oh, man, all it took was bringing up Devon Vele.
He can't be that guy.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. Holy cow, Zach! I guess I was talking to Zach, but you got
Devon Bailey has 2 catches for 16.
You got me yelling now.
2 catches, 16 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay, good for him. But hey, Troy Franklin had 8 for 89 and a touchdown. And I want to continue to see Pat Bryant. I think he's going to be. Yeah, I think he's going to be a good wide receiver. I like our group right now.
You know,
I like him a lot.
It's funny as you guys have talked about everything that you saw, and Mark, you laid out perfectly why the defense struggled. And we broke down what happened with the offense in the second half and those 2 drives where they really had a chance to put this game on ice, and they didn't. You had the missed field goal. Despite all of that, despite all the stuff that they didn't do well, it took a penalty, a questionable, come on now, you're really going to call that now, penalty to lose that football game on the road. So if you're trying to be an optimist as a Bronco fan, I mean, there were a lot of things they didn't do well or flat out just got beat. Their best defensive players just flat out got beat, and yet they were this close to winning on Sunday, which tells you that there's still a lot to like here about this football team.
When we went through this, and I hate it, but we always go through it. Let's look at the schedule and pick the wins versus the losses, right? And we did that. We went win-win, then potential loss to the Chargers, right? We thought we'd be 2-0 at this point. We're 1-1. So this is one of those games you got to have a bounce back. Like, you're going to have a couple of those games where you lose one, you think you're going to win, and you win one, you think you might lose. This is that weekend. This is where you got to say, hey, man, let's put it all together. Offensively, we had a pretty good showing the first half, the first drive of the second half. Last week, week 1, we really weren't very good or very sharp, but we got to win. Okay, this week, first week, our defense was really good. They got a turnover late in our own end zone. We get 2, or late in our own territory. We get 2 sacks in a row. We drive them out of field goal range, blah, 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 blah. This week, defensively, we just couldn't get a stop. We didn't make them punt one time. We got a couple of stops on 4th down, but for the most part, we got a couple stops in the red zone that were really good, but we did not consistently. We didn't make them punt. So you've got 2, you got 2 games where offense didn't perform, defense did, defense didn't perform, offense did. So now let's put it all together against the Chargers, go out here and get a victory.
Yeah, I mean, last year they started 0-2 and went on the road and got a couple big wins. So a lot of football left to be played. Tough way to lose a football game. But the one thing that I realized with Sean Payton and his staff, and most of these guys on the football team, they're resilient. They've gone through adversity. They're not going to all of a sudden let this carry over to next week. They'll bounce back. I don't know how they'll play, but it won't be any kind of hangover from a tough loss. We've seen them have some tough losses under Sean Payton, and they've always found a way to bounce back.
Well, one of those key defensive guys that Mark talked about is flat out getting beat on Sunday. Talked about just that. You'll hear his answer coming up after I tell you about what we have for you. You serious game players.
What do we have, Mike?
You want to do it? You know what?
What
you
do
can
we
get
have?
one to do. I'll tell you what. You did this the other day, and you nailed it. So let's
I'm
give
excited
you
about this.
another shot at this.
Football season is here, and it's time for you to get in the game. Lucky for you, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help by giving away a PS5 bundle. Yeah, you heard me right. PS5 bundle. All you have to do to enter is download the Denver Sports app and click on the contest banner on the home page for your chance to win a PS5. That's not it. Madden 26 also. And what else? College football 26.
Come
I
on
got
now.
something else.
Come
Mark.
on now.
A 70-inch TV.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I'll tell you what.
That was brilliant.
Man, people better be getting in this contest for that.
You're reading the rest of these. Okay. We'll hear from Zach Allen coming up next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at the Low T Center, Synergetics. They're the original MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy, and they've been changing lives of men across the country for over a decade. Since starting, a lot of other players have entered into the field, but Synergetics Low T Center, they're the pros providing you with the most medically driven, results-focused, and winning approach to restore the quality of patients' lives through hormone care. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're feeling sluggish, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling like you just don't have the energy, you can't make the gains, you can't go to the gym, all those things, stop by. Simple test, man, and you're going to have results right back there. And then as soon as you get those results, you can decide what you want to do. Your TRT Synergetics Low T Center, they have changed lives for over a decade. They can change yours as well. So make sure you check them out. Get back involved in life. Don't let it wear you down anymore. So check them out. Book by appointment. TRTMVP.com is where you need to go. TRTMVP.com, the original when it comes to testosterone replacement therapies. You're going to be glad you did. That's TRTMVP.com.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Designed for working adults, focused on the future. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-486-9600. That's 800-486-9600.
It's your last chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltar Motors. This month, get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com to get the EV you want before they are gone. Siltar Motors has got the best location, the biggest EV selection in Denver, and the most competitive pricing in Colorado. Siltar Motors will deliver everything you want out of a dealership.
Most business owners and decision makers work hard but stay frustrated because customers simply don't know they exist. Marketing isn't about being flashy. It's about making sure people understand how you solve their problem. Audio, video, and online campaigns put your message where your customers are already paying attention. And your friends at DenverSports, they specialize in connecting customers to businesses. The moment you get clear and show up consistently, growth follows. Don't stay the best kept secret in town. Visit DenverSports.com and click on the Advertise with Us button and start growing today.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is powered by American Financing.
Food critiques.
I love chicken. I hate chicken salad.
What?
If you put chicken salad in front of me, I'd gag.
Hard-hitting analysis.
I took an Ambien on accident before practice, and that's what he looked like out there.
And some constructive criticism.
Reminded me of the show that Mike had yesterday. Just a little off, not completely there. You were like, Mike, are you going to take control of this show? Like, how many times did you say that yesterday?
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Getting some of your reaction leftovers to the game on Sunday, 303-713-1043. Here's one. Stink, thanks for that breakdown. This is why I would not have paid Benito. He gets garbage time sacks, and he doesn't hold up and make an impact against the more physical, better teams out there. That
guy's still a really good pass rusher. Like, listen, man. To Stokes' point, sometimes they scheme you up, sometimes they get you. That happens in this league. It's just the way it goes sometimes, man. Even the best teams occasionally get beaten, and the best defenses and the best offenses. I've had plenty of games where offensively we just didn't perform like you thought we were going to perform. And those things happen, man. They're disappointing when they do, but you learn from them. The Broncos have really good defensive players, really good, all over the place. And, you learn from this and you move on. It's not like, oh, we shouldn't have paid these guys or this guy's no good. Benito's a damn good player. Damn good player.
Yeah. He's a really good football player. So let's not overreact to one game, folks. All of a sudden a guy, he's not a good football player, can't do this, can't do that. Benito is a good really good football player. You'll see it the rest of the year. This guy gives great effort. He's got a motor. No, he's not the biggest guy to hold up against the run, but he still makes plays. So, hey, sometimes they got a good scheme against you. They're chipping you a lot, doing different things. And obviously when you don't have a big lead or you don't have a lead a lot of the time throughout the game or whatever, and they're running the football on you, it kind of limits you on your pass rushing ability.
Here's another one from Sean. Guys, this is now twice that we've had Sean and Bo seeming to be arguing with each other when he comes off the field. What's happening there, and is it anything to be concerned about?
It's not. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's actually a good thing. Sean loves that. And Sean wants to know why. Just like players want to know why. I want to have a rule. I was a big rule guy. Hey, man, if I get this look and they do this, what's my rule? Because I'm going to do it 100% of the time. I'm going to make sure we get that done. So he's coming off the field. Sean's like, what did you see? Hey, why didn't you go there? Hey, man, that backer dropped underneath that route. So I went to the next guy. Get out of my face. Those are the conversations that happen. Those are good things. And the fact that Bo will come right back at you and say, I had a reason. As a coach, you love that. This is what I saw. This is why I made the decision. Hey, and that was the rule you guys gave me. The worst thing you can do, and I had this conversation week 1 with Trevor Lawrence, said the worst thing, and it drove him crazy and I won't say which staff it was, but they would say, hey, we want you to do this. And then you did it, and the play didn't work out. And you go, yeah, well, you should have done. You could have gone over here instead. Don't tell me that's the rule, and then say, well, you know what? You could overcome the rule. Like
Urban Meyer, Doug Peterson.
Yeah, one of those. But
How does that sound? That sounds more like an Urban. Sounds more like Urban, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're speculating.
College guy,
Right. I won a national championship at Ohio State and Florida.
I'm the king, and this is my kingdom.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
I told you to throw the curl, but when that guy got underneath there, you should have gone to the check,
I blink twice if it was Urban. Subtle.
Oh, my goodness.
See, now that was funny, and you heard my laugh.
Yes.
Reynolds' rap wasn't funny.
I thought
Reynolds' rap was good. I thought
laugh.
Reynolds' rap was good.
Mark, I thought it was really good.
Thank you.
I thought it was really good.
I mean, it was spur of the moment,
Right.
off the cuff.
I know.
He said, hey, it's Reynolds. It's a rap for Reynolds.
Right.
He's gone. Reynolds' rap.
I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
No, see, I disagree with Mark here. I think it's a huge deal. Huge deal. That your quarterback and your head coach keep on screaming and yelling at each other. And no, I'm just kidding. Come on, what are we doing here? I mean, what are we doing here? What,
you had me there.
I know I did.
I was like,
I know
controversy?
I did. No, I mean, what?
Wedge driver. Woo!
Hey, what are we doing? I mean, guys, is it a heated argument? It's not a heated argument. Sean's asking him, hey, why didn't you do this? Or what'd you see here? And that's it. And Bo's telling him. And even if it gets a little heated, it's fine. You're competing. This just shows Bo is a competitor, right? And sometimes it's like, dude, I've had enough. Whatever.
You probably never got like aired out by a coach. It was Payton that aired you out on the sideline.
Yeah, it was Payton.
And the coaches came by and mama catted you, right? Like, hey, it's gonna be okay, still.
Yeah.
You just keep running those spacing routes. You'll never see the ball again.
I did the Paxton Lynch. I had the towel over my head crying. So
that's funny too.
Yeah, thank you. But you don't die over laughing like you do for Mark. I mean, you start rolling around on the ground like.
Yeah, mine's a little funny.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
You're getting closer to
Okay.
get me rolling
Okay.
around. Okay,
All
it
right.
takes a special level of humor to get me to fall off my chair.
Okay.
It happens every once in a while.
But no, I have no issue with it. I don't think it's a big deal at all, and it doesn't bother me at all. Now if it's happening every other series, but it's not. And both these guys are competitors. Sean's the play caller here, so sometimes he wants to ask Bo, like, "What'd you see?" or "Why'd you do this?" And sometimes as a player, you're really not in the mood for it, or whatever the case may be. But then you just move on to the next series, and that's what it seems like they do.
Here's the other thing: the coaches on the sideline. It's really, I don't know, to stand on the sideline and try to see what is actually happening. You get, as a coach, I think you get fooled a lot. Like, you don't really see it as clearly. Sometimes you do, but a lot of times you don't. And there are things that happen from a leverage standpoint or whatever that you can't see from the sideline that you can look and you can see when you're staring at the defense, from the back end there. So sometimes coaches come up and say things that just aren't, it's just not the way it worked. And you're like, no, that's not what happened.
Yeah,
and that happens.
Right. And also, the head coach, he's talking to the people upstairs. Right? I mean, those guys, so he might be asking them, "Hey, did we get the look that we wanted? Sometimes you highlight, you have a play and you're trying to get it to Mims over the top. And he doesn't throw it to Mims over the top, and so you're like, why did he throw it to Mims over the top? And then you're talking to those guys upstairs. Did we get what the look that we wanted? And they'll tell you yes or no, and maybe they tell you yes, and then so you're going to Bo and say, "Hey, we got the look we wanted. Why didn't you throw it to Mims?" And then he's like, "I haven't had a guy in my face about to destroy me," something like that. He doesn't want to hear it at that point. You didn't see that big guy right there in my face after 1 second? That's why I didn't throw it to Mims on the post. So stuff like that.
You guys were wondering and confident that the Broncos will be able to bounce back from a disheartening loss the other day. Zach Allen was asked about that yesterday.
Yeah, no, I mean, we got a good group. I mean, last year, we had a couple tough losses that you saw. We bounced back and won those games after. So it's a mature group. And, yeah, guys handled it the right way today. So, we're on to the Chargers now. And, we saw the mistakes and corrected them. Not a lot of ego, so we correct the film. Guys aren't kind of defending themselves or blaming others. It's, what could I do better? What guys have that attitude. So, and again, we had that today. Guys are accountable, and it's a special group to be a part of. So I'm excited to see what we do this Sunday.
They do have, in the short time that we've seen this kind of, the Sean Payton culture here on display, they do seem to be able to handle adversity pretty well.
Yeah,
Great young
yeah.
man.
I think they have, and I love the accountability aspect of it. I love the lack of ego, and one thing I know about Sean, he'll coach you hard. I mean, he's for you,
better.
but he'll coach you hard, and we saw him. We saw him take the responsibility for the PAT field goal block that they shouldn't have run on a 60-yard field goal. So I think as a player, you respect that stuff. Ultimately, man, you want to be coached hard because you want to have a chance to win. And you want to have a chance to become great. And one thing about this organization, if you win and you become great, you know what they do? They pay you. And they've shown that with Zach Allen, with Courtland Sutton, with Benito. They have shown that with Cooper. They have shown it time and time again with Pat Surtain. They show it. So, why wouldn't you want to be coached hard so you can become great and you can get paid right here in Denver, Colorado?
I mean, this is why you have to bring in the right guys with the right mindset, the right character. Right, is because every year you're going to have some tough losses. You're going to be going through some adversity, and if you got the wrong guys in the locker room, then all of a sudden things fall apart. But this is why you have to have the right leadership, the right guys in the locker room. So when you have tough losses, you're able to put it behind you and move on, and not everyone's pointing fingers at each other. And the Broncos have done a good job of changing the culture in the locker room over the last 3 years.
Coming up next, does the NFL have a Tom Brady problem? That's next.
Is it time to push the panic button up in Boulder?
They don't have an identity on offense. They don't have an identity on defense. And when you're a team that lacks a complete identity,
they're in trouble.
You're in trouble. Feels like a 4 or 5 win team.
Yep.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. It's football season, and did you know that I am the reigning fan staff champion in the King Supers Football Pick'em? Yep, Stokley, Schlereth, Zach By, Cecil Lemmy, none of them can hang with the judge when it comes to football. Just like those made-for-TV lawyers can't hang with me in the courtroom. When you've been hurt in a car accident, you want the real deal, which is what you get when you call 303-LAW-4040. Not some made-for-TV character. When you call 303-LAW-4040, you speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly, not some call center overseas. And you get to meet with us in person for free. We never take a dime unless we win for you. Plus, no ridiculous fees like those TV characters. You were the one that was hurt, so the doctors and the lawyers shouldn't take all the money. So go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303-LAW-4040, 303-LAW-4040.
Hey, Stokley here, and let me tell you, fall golf is the best golf Colorado has to offer, and it's not too late to get fully dialed in for the last few months of the season. At Embers Golf in Westminster, they're not just selling golf clubs, they're crafting a journey for golf lovers like you. It's a boutique-style shop, family-owned, with 2 hitting bays, all the major brands, and fully upgraded custom shafts. Come in for a full bag fitting. Trust me, there's nothing else like it around. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks' complete ventilation cleaning packages scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
Introducing Slate, the cure for overpriced, overcomplicated cars. It's a truck, it's an SUV, it's whatever you need it to be. Reserve yours at slate.auto.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Self-defense lessons.
I tased them.
Taste them. Taser always works.
That's right.
Southern charm.
Look at the boys.
With some classic impressions.
He put his pitchfork down, he grabbed his sledgehammer, and he said, "Hey, you want some of this?"
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Happy as a clown.
Guys, does the NFL have a Tom Brady problem? Got a lot of people reacting to Brady, a shot yesterday during the Raiders-Chargers game that showed Brady not in the owner's box. He is part owner, has like a 5-6% stake in the Raiders. Not sitting up in the owner's box, but sitting there in the coach's box with headphones on. And the questions that fairly come out of this is, now, wait a minute. This is a guy who's the lead football analyst for Fox, getting paid, Mark, you might want to cover your ears on this one, $350 million to call games on Fox. And, you know, he has access to coaches, even though he's not doing these production meetings in person, he's doing them remote. He's still talking to all these coaches. And the idea that, like, for example, this week he's calling Chicago and Dallas for Fox, and then the week after that, Chicago plays the Raiders. And just the bad look, the idea that, well, wait a minute, is there a conflict of interest here? And does the NFL need to do something about it and stop overlooking it because, it's Tom Brady? Do they have a Tom Brady problem?
The truth is in the tape. So whether you're Tom Brady or whether you're anybody else, you think the coaches don't see what they're doing on tape? Like, do you think that Tom Brady's going in and figuring out what the magic plays are or the special? No. I mean, to me,
could he get some insight on players by talking to different players or coaches or maybe about talking to who does Chicago have this week?
Dallas.
So maybe talking to some of the Dallas coaches. Hey, what do you think about those players over there and how they play this guy, and then passing that information along to.
By the way, the game you're calling this week. Let's bring it right into the here and now for you. You're calling Raiders Washington this week.
Correct.
Brady just got done calling Washington.
Yes.
And now the Raiders play Washington.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So can the Raiders gain some unfair advantage from information that Tom Brady can pass to them based on the access he had to Washington?
No. Tom Brady's not going to give you trade secrets. Like, Washington's not giving them trade secrets of what they're doing or what. Hey, man, you can sit there and say, hey, I really think after studying, I think this guy's really good and this guy's really good and every game plan's different, whatever. I think there is such a minuscule opportunity to really, expose or give some type of grand information that you can't get as a coach just watching the tape and studying it. Like, you're going to have more than Brady or just about anybody else. So do I think it's a completely unfair advantage? No, I don't. I don't think it is.
But Stoke, what about the optics? It's
a bad look.
Okay.
It is. Yeah. It's a terrible look for the NFL. And then, it's not like he's even trying to hide from it. There he is in the coach's booth. And they had a rule in place that wouldn't let him do it a year ago, and then they changed the rule for this year. And so now he has more access, and then...
Yeah, he wasn't last year. He wasn't allowed in the facility. And he wasn't allowed even on the Zoom.
Right. And
now he can be on the Zoom, and I think...
I don't think facility still.
You don't think...
I don't. Can't.
He can't be in the facility.
He can be part of the
Zoom.
coaches' meetings via Zoom.
All right, well...
So they opened it up a little bit more for him, which I'm sure that was, Fox saying, hey,
we're
you need
partners.
To work. Right,
we're partners. Spending billions of dollars.
Exactly. We're paying you billions of dollars. We need this guy to at least have some type of a little bit more access than he does, and the NFL, caved to that. I would think that was probably the situation there. But optics, no. I think it's a bad look for the NFL. But to Mark's point, do I think it's a huge deal? No, because I don't think a lot of people will be sharing a lot with him to begin with. If he's on the call or on the Zoom, I'm not giving him a lot of information because ultimately they tell me he's talking to Chip Kelly, maybe a couple times a week. He's talking to Pete Carroll, and you see him up there in the coach's booth. Like, what? He's in the coach's booth? That's odd. That's different. So you got to be guarded when you talk to Brady.
By the way, the NFL already made allowances for Brady when he bought into the Raiders. So he bought in, along with his business partner, at a 10% stake in the Raiders. And at the time, it was structured that the Raiders were worth about $3.5 billion. And this was in 2024. The Raiders right now, their value is at $7.9 billion.
Wow.
Okay.
So if you have 10% of that and you bought in at 3.5, how much money did you make?
Well, he and his business partner
almost doubled it.
Invested approximately $220 million. But you telling me, see, that to me tells me the NFL gave Brady
a break.
Because
Said, 10% of $3 billion or $3.5 billion is not 220, is it?
It's 350.
Right. So you already gave him a break.
And you're telling me that in the span of a year, it went from 3.5 to 7.9? No. So what the NFL did was gave Brady a break,
devalued the
for the purpose of the buy-in.
Mm-hmm.
Because what would?
Well, at first they denied it. The other owners didn't want that to happen because all of a sudden you're giving this guy a discount.
Right.
You're devaluing our franchises by saying this is only worth this, and your valuation is this number, but it's really not. It's a lot more than that. I mean, the Broncos sold for whatever a couple years before that.
Right.
Nothing's going down. So,
but if it was valued at $8 billion, if it's valued at $8 billion, and he bought 10%,
yeah.
Now what's the math look like?
800.
Okay.
800.
Right. And so, he got a great deal.
Mark says it like, hey, it's 800.
800
After
million.
Stoke said it.
800 million. Everybody knows that.
Here's ultimately the question. Okay. And I still can't figure out. Here's the big question that Evans has failed to ask.
Okay.
Why would Al Davis sell it for so cheap? Why? Why would he give such a big discount? I mean, that's a ton of money.
Okay, you're not going to get me on a really nice try.
That was a good effort.
Nice
man.
try.
That was really
nice
good.
Try.
That was
nice
really.
try.
It was really
nice
good.
Try.
Thank you.
You know what? If you hadn't insulted me,
hey,
you might have lulled me into a false sense there.
I was waiting. I was like looking at my eyeball, going, "Oh my God, I hope he does it! I hope he does it!"
Because you insulted me, I was kind of like, and then I was.
Okay,
maybe
Mark
a little bit
Davis.
more locked in.
Why, no, but seriously, that's the question.
Yeah.
Why would he give such a huge discount? I mean, that's money in your pocket.
That's true. Well, if you're getting a coach up in the booth for free,
that's worth $500 million.
You're not paying him $20 million a year,
right?
To be a consultant.
By the way,
it's science.
What kind of consultant is Tom Brady? All I saw was Geno Smith throw 3 picks yesterday. So, the genius of Tom Brady wasn't really on display last night, was it?
Didn't look like it. Didn't look like it.
Anyway, but yeah, Mark, I get what you're saying. The classic two things can be true at the same time. I get what you're saying. It's not like he's...
No, it can't.
It's not like he's getting and passing along such valuable information that only he can get access to when he's meeting with these teams. But it's also true it's a bad look. The optics of it are not good.
I will die on this hill.
I completely agree. The optics look bad. Do you really gain an advantage? No. Everybody runs the same stuff. It's about executing. It's about blocking guys and tackling guys. I mean, so if there's any advantage at all, it's microscopic. And I don't really believe there is one.
So when a team is getting ready to play, like the Broncos are getting ready to play the Chargers, and the Chargers sign some guy that the Broncos just released for that week with the idea that he's going to be able to come in and give him secrets or signals or calls like that. We in the media and as fans make a big deal out of that. Is it? Is it an advantage?
Because you end up changing. You can say, hey, man, this guy's really good at this, but you end up changing some things, and they all know what you're good at. The only advantage is, hey, the Broncos probably have Vaseline on their arms. They wipe it off. When Michael Dean Perry went over there, that's what they used him. But they cut him the next week. They signed him. They pumped him for information. They cut him the next week. And we got our wrists
slapped. Yes.
Yeah, it was not.
Yeah, but you got to go out there and execute. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, what are you thinking about? You just got to go out there and execute ultimately.
All right. Great. Guys, great show. And all the joking aside, I loved both your Tele-illustrator Tuesdays today. They were awesome. If you missed it, you want to go back. Oof.
Now, come on. Hurry up. You got 5 seconds. Whose was better?
Pie chart it.
Pie chart.
Stinks.
Elite.
Sorry.
I'll work harder next week, Coach.
7:45 for Stoke, 8:45 for Mark. You can go back and listen to it. Dover and Cecil coming up next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service. Really? Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 10/21/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of 1 unlimited intra-line applied via 12 monthly internet bill credits. 1 discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data and service series. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Q1 to Q2 2025.
This sports season, it's game on at Centergenics and Low T Center. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically enter a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events. Winners selected every week. Female patients also eligible. Book now at TRTMVP.com.
What's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Disappointing offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with Orchard. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale and helping you sell on the market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then once you're all settled in, your Orchard agent helps sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one Orchard customer said. I never could have sold without Orchard. I made way more than I expected, and it couldn't have been easier. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Do you have an IRS tax problem that's keeping you up at night? Stop worrying and start learning how to fix it. Join Todd from Advanced Tax Solutions for a free workshop on the 7 ways to fix a tax problem on Wednesday, September 17th, and get your answers. When will taxes expire? It's possible this could just go away. Could you settle with the IRS for less than you owe? Get free advice, a plan, and a licensed pro guiding you. To sign up for this free workshop, call 303-753-6040.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
With the new IHOP value menu, all your breakfast faves are just $6 every day. Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP value menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
The Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth podcast is brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One consistent internet price for the next 5 years guaranteed. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it?